Hello, 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 hello. Listen, hello, hello. Everybody tuned in. I had to go live tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. We got so much to talk about. This will be controversial, but I pray that we get to an understanding and meet a common ground. Cause today we finna speak on some things. Listen, I'm glad to have my homie, my bruh in the place, digits. But
Okay,
we're gonna talk about some cooking that came up today. That boy
for
was
real.
that boy was cooking on that interview today. And
Wasn't
so
he? He was getting it in, man.
yes. So before we start, listen, hey, everybody, hey, how y'all doing? Tune in, say something. Hello, let me know you are there.
For real.
Cause we gon'
We need to dive in this.
we're gonna dive in this. So let me
For real.
play a piece of the clip that kind of started it all, kind of stirred everything up.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Club Shay Shay. I am your host, Shannon Sharp. I'm also the proprietor of Club Shay Shay, the guy that's stopping by for conversation and a drink today. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to love him. Some call him one of the greatest comedians, dead or alive. One of America's greatest entertainers, one of the funniest men on the planet, world-renowned, multi-talented, a comedy legend. He's the top touring comedian selling out arenas. He's a hilarious storyteller, Emmy award-winning actor, voice actor, rapper, writer, producer, director, icon, genius, a national treasure, philanthropist, humanitarian, social activist, a father, one of the great funny men of our generation and any generation, Mr. Katt Williams.
Thank you, sir.
How
That
was
was
that intro?
magnificent. You are magnificent at intros, and you did not skimp on mine. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that.
Very much.
You know, anytime you come to Club Shay Shay, we have to toast.
Yes.
Bro, you've been doing it. I mean, you're one of the top one of the top touring comedians of all time. You already got started before we started taping.
I still would be.
Watch
Sorry,
football
sad, but,
all
you know,
season
I
long,
ain't no use to
live
it,
and cable free.
we're gonna skip forward.
With him getting raped.
Oh,
So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? Ricky Smiley can't act because Ricky Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. You telling this man, you stole that. Oh, so he could get his name in the same sentence with a...
so pause. I don't know. He said Ricky Smiley can't act. I remember Ricky Smiley from doing prank calls
Mm-hmm.
on the radio.
Yeah.
And he started off as a Christian comedian, so of course that's not popular.
Yeah.
But I think he can act a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. Me. Now this is all like my own personal view. Like Ricky
Okay.
Smiley, for one, he's not funny to me.
He's not funny to you.
No.
Okay.
No, he's not funny to me. And when it come down to his acting, I think his acting might be a little better than a comedy. So, but he don't have Ricky Smiley don't have too many roles. How many acting roles do you have? First Sunday, Friday after next.
Uh-huh. I've never heard him on any HBO special. I've never heard of him on Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah,
I've never heard of him on, like, I've seen him MC
he
festivals
hosted. Yeah,
and host a lot, but I
yeah.
never seen him be recognized like, all right, we finna give him 20 minutes to do his thing and rock
I,
out.
I don't know if he can. So I'm gonna have to agree with Katt on that one. I don't know if he can. You know what I'm saying? Just being honest.
A great one. It is sad. He was just that bitter when we were shooting it. He told everybody, it should have been my role. Everybody on the scene. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything?
He couldn't have played that role like you. I thought he was.
Sir, no one, why no, he was with KD? He beat up Terry Crews? Why nobody know this story? You talking about in Hollywood, they switched off roles. You take this and What?
So
Ricky Smiley knows this. And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. That's why people believe in rituals right there. It's because, well, why would he lie? I don't know why liars lie. But I can tell you this. We auditioned in Los Angeles.
yes.
I was audition number 201. 200 comedians audition
Let
for.
me I don't know if you and come back and lie. That's how rituals are started. That's almost like, have you ever heard of people saying in Illuminati you gotta sacrifice somebody?
Sacrifice somebody,
Like
yeah.
your mama gonna die, your child gonna die,
Yeah.
da da da.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this a big old claim he making when he's saying stuff like that. So I was just like,
Well, I mean, he also, he was like, this is why people believe that. So he kind of insinuated that he don't believe in it. Well, in my opinion, I feel like he insinuated that he don't believe in it. You know what I'm saying? He touched them boys. He can't. He's that bold and be lying. He torched. He said he torched them boys. Okay.
he
Okay, yeah,
did.
because it's smaller
He
money.
went in.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. I catch that. Okay.
Because he's saying a lot of stuff, like he just throwing it in there. And if you know, you
Yeah.
know. If you don't, you
Yeah.
blinded. It's going
Exactly.
over your
Exactly.
head.
Yeah. He I feel like
For the role of
I'm
Money
starting to feel like he's
Mike
telling the
with
truth.
me. You're saying all 201 of us was auditioning and you had already had the role and had already shot the role in 4 days? The truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got raped in the bathroom. And that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy,
Right.
where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves a rape. And rape is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting raped in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting raped. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was going to play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? Why? And here's the other thing. Everything that Money Mike said, Katt Williams wrote. So what Ricky Smiley say on his?
I agree, Brian.
You can't say my lines, I wrote them. That's how I already know that I'm going to be funnier than you. What he told everybody was Katt Williams, and don't nobody know who he is. I'm on the radio. I'm with Steven Said. Everybody know me. That's what he told everybody that would listen to on the set. That's the truth of the matter. He was so egregious, not now, then he was so egregious that, and Hollywood has never heard this in 100 years. He was so egregious, I put in my contract that I won't work with Ricky Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Ricky Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday?
Hey.
I don't do some of them. I don't be remembering them all.
He go in. He really go in.
The ones that
And
I
so
know
a lot of
I've been doing
people,
for years, I do those. But
a lot of people is like, so these are the different things I heard. It was like, ain't no such thing. A person can't put in their contract where they da 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 da.
I seen that. Yeah.
This is the thing. I don't know if he did or didn't, or if that was something that Ricky Smiley saw or not. But I know
I agree.
as an artist, like me and you, we done been
Yeah.
in that artist role.
Yeah.
If I tell my management team I don't want to be on no shows with Digit Bless unless he acting like Bernice.
Yeah.
I don't care how many people come up to me about Digits.
Your manager ain't gonna.
Digit team. Hey, is he gonna be Bernice? Oh no, he declined it.
Yeah, that
Cause
and
he
that.
Cause history
Uh,
show he ain't never
yeah,
do no other movie with him or no other thing with him unless he was who? Bernice.
and, yep. Hey, I totally agree, and that's where I was at with it too, though, because like even though it was unbeknownst to Ricky, that still mean that what I'm saying. Cat could have had that in his contract with his own people,
Right.
and I ain't seen Ricky in nothing else. I
Hmm.
feel like I done seen him in something else, but I can't think of it. You got me confused. I'm trying to think. I'll be thinking all night.
I think he was on like the hip hop awards or whatever, at one point, and they cut him out of that promo commercials type situation. But it wasn't really
No,
on nothing. The biggest thing that I see of him is radio
that's it.
and hosting festivals.
That's
Like,
it.
and the way
Yeah.
they was pushing him up into some, oh, Cat did this for clout. Cat did this for clout.
Now I can say that what I'm saying. He it could be a publicity stunt. It could be. You
What
know what
make
I'm
you say
saying?
that?
Because Cat has been out the limelight for a little while, and Cat has been, kind of in a certain way blackballed. You know, so yeah, and he's been exposed to the industry for a long time.
He is
So
Michael Jackson.
they, yeah, and they've been. That's what I'm saying. They've been trying to blackball him. So this could be his way to expose everybody, but also getting exposure. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
My thing was when people say he was doing this for clout, why wasn't people saying that when they was mentioning his name? So Sharp had already interviewed all these different comics who name dropping him. Cat Williams, this, little sly stuff. They didn't make it major, but he on the back end at home looking at the show like, why they name dropping me? Okay, when it's my turn to get on the show, I'm finna fry all of them because you name dropping me for what?
yeah,
Everybody mad until the rabbit got the gun.
yeah, it's real.
And now that he's replying and cutting off heads and not playing no games with none of them, oh, he doing this for clout. Oh, he doing this to do 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 do. Folks been hating on Cat real hard when he first said that Cedric stole his jokes. And what's so crazy about it? There is proof out there that this man did his joke, stole the joke, and still don't believe Cat.
Wow, and that's another person I never felt was really that funny.
Cedric, the entertainer?
Yes, yes.
What?
Nah. Sid ain't funny. Ricky ain't funny. Steve ain't funny. Everybody just by name, I ain't rocking with. So
Really?
yeah, Steve ain't funny at all. Now they're entertaining to me.
Right.
Like they're entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But like not actually make me laugh type entertainment. I mean not make me laugh type, but like they're entertaining. But yeah, them the three I really never found that funny.
There's no way Ricky Smiley could have played this part. This part here, this
Couldn't do it.
couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. Cat said that
Anyway,
was Cat said everything about Money Mike was him.
yeah, he wrote it. He got
Yeah.
with the department, the team. He got
Yeah.
to do all his clothes and wardrobe. He was the one who
And,
brought in Bishop Don Juan.
yep. And the
If
and
you
the car. The car and the color.
Yes, but if you hear
Yeah.
Cat Williams' story, that's because at one point in his life he lived that lifestyle, so he could naturally flow and roll.
You
Now,
think
people
so?
were like, "Oh, I think Cat Williams delusional." What do you
Hmm.
think about comments like that? Oh no, I think he's just delusional and
I
he on drugs and he just talking out of
that,
his ear.
that's a good one. Because I feel like when you start exposing Illuminati, sorry about that. Son, have a seat. All right. My bad. But we start exposing the Illuminati and stuff like that, the higher ups, that's when they have to paint a picture whether Oh, he's crazy, so don't believe him. You know what I'm saying? So nobody will give him credit or even want to listen to the crazy guy. You know what I'm saying? That's when they start, like even down to Orlando Brown. I can admit some of his stuff is kind of out of there, but we can't take away everything because sometimes that's just the way they try to make you think. DL, but DL is supposed to real just like he does. Even so, yeah, was the funniest of them Kings. I ain't gonna see DL was the funniest of the Kings, but he was one of the funny ones.
But DL is an honest
He's
comic.
honest, yes,
He
and
just
he is.
straight. He's a straight shooter, and I
Do
think
you?
that's why they get along well.
But do you realize the real ones don't get put on the pedals? Don't get that much exposure, that much limelight. They're not the
They not
ones
out
gonna
here
get the.
kissing butt. They not out here kissing butt.
Yeah, they're not out kissing butt. They're not a dog. You know what I'm saying? A dog like they can't be controlled by the money and fame. That's what you kind of call selling your soul. So yeah, that's what you call selling your soul. Yeah, yeah, I know how they did Dave. Hold on.
Exactly. Because my thing
Yeah.
is, Dave done went to a whole another country just to live, survive, and get his peace of mind. But I don't know if you
Hmm.
seen you don't really catch it. But he got that new Netflix series, The Dreamer. Like,
Dave do?
yeah,
Dave one of my favorite comedians.
Dave got a new that came out on Monday or
Oh
Tuesday.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see that one.
hmm And
Yeah,
you know him.
definitely.
He gonna give you them punches. He gonna give you them hits. He
And while
gonna
telling you the truth. While
like
telling you the truth.
while telling you the truth. And
Hmm.
and when you least expect it, he gonna hit you with a punchline that's just gonna have you thinking, like, what in the world?
Yeah. Don't it? Every time he gonna give you some knowledge.
Yeah, and gonna
The new Dave is
expose.
on point.
He don't mind exposing,
For real.
and I love it because my thing is, what we gonna get outside of? So I think too. I seen this interview on the Breakfast Club where Kevin Hart was like, "Oh, for this such and such movie,
Hmm.
um, Cat Williams wasn't doing promos. He wasn't doing the radio promos. He wasn't doing this. He was because he was on them drugs. He would show up late because he was on them drugs, them drugs, them drugs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, what drugs are we talking about here?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
He has said he does smoke marijuana. That is his thing. But a lot of
that ain't enough.
artists, a lot of celebrities, a lot of that is not that's medicinal to most folk.
Yeah. That's what they're gonna always. If listen, either they're gonna try to play you as crazy or they'll kill you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Allegedly, because I don't want them to see this and be like, "Hey, you trying to?" Allegedly,
allegedly,
I'm just talking. I don't know. That's what I heard. So,
allegedly.
but you know what I'm saying? That's what they say. Is that either when you speak against them, you either get put in the crazy part or you get X'd out.
I had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
Um, this was my situation.
I became a sperm donor with cryos.
Oh God,
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
an ad popped up.
Oh,
I
okay.
had Terry Crews on here. He said at the time that you did the movie, you were homeless. Is that true?
um, this was my situation.
Hold on. So at the time, Terry Crews said
Mhm.
he was homeless. Um,
Mm.
during the movie,
Mhm.
his baby, he was playing with his baby, and the baby pulled up his chain. His chain chipped his teeth. So he went to go try to get it fixed. They told him it was gonna be over 100K because they found a tumor in his jaw, upper jaw, and he needed to do surgery. So while he
Mhm.
was recording for his part in the movie, they stayed in the trailer the whole time because they was like, listen, I know after this movie, we're gonna have all the money we need. I know this movie gonna be it. This movie gonna open up doors. This movie gonna put us on. This is what we need to do. Da da da. So he was there when the day of acting was over, when shooting was over. He was there at night. He
Mm-hmm.
was there when it started. My thing is that's what's up because people got to hustle for real. You don't know what people are
For
going
real.
through. You don't know what people had to sacrifice just to get to where they are. And I'm gonna be honest, when he hear that little slick stuff from like other comedians on some, oh, this should have been me. That should have been my part.
Yeah.
It's offensive.
Very.
It's offensive. It's
Very.
offensive. It's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
Let me.
Just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. Whatever I can't speak on, but I can speak for is
My light too bright. So literally, what happened was,
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Smiley went on the radio the other day. He said, "Hey, listen, I definitely did the show." He put his manager at the time back in the day on the line on the radio. The white guy
Mm-hmm.
comes on the phone, sound like a Caucasian voice. Let's say that comes on
Yeah.
the phone, says, "Hey, yeah, indeed, he did try out for the role and for the part." And what happened was they told him, "Hey, look, we think you'll be a good fit for the role."
Mm-hmm.
The next day, they call him and say, "Hey, we need you to come in and do another reading." When after they do the other reading, "Hey, we think you'll be best for the Santa position because we already got somebody else in mind." That's why Katt Williams, when he says, "Hey, I was audition number 200." Audition number 200 is because auditions were still in process.
Yeah.
So for you to, okay, they fell out about this same issue 20 plus years ago.
I didn't never know that. I didn't know they was into it like that.
Well, it's because it really wasn't like a big deal or a big thing. I guess, social media wasn't the same as it was, 20 years ago. Like we knowing about it now. But
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Smiley said himself he said he seen him walk across the street. He waved him down. "Hey, listen, I want to apologize." Whoopty whoopty whoop. They smashed. Everything was all good because even on the show with Mr. Sharp, Club Shay Shay,
Mm-hmm.
Katt Williams says, "I thought we were good." So for him to mention it again, it's like, what in the
But
world?
but when did Ricky mention it again?
So he was interviewed by him, Club Shay Shay.
Oh, I'm lost. I never knew that Ricky had an interview with him. Dang, I'm lost.
That's
That's
fine.
why I did.
He was so on his show, he'll interview athletes, he'll interview comedians, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Actors
yeah,
or whatever. Ricky Smiley was on his
yeah,
show and he made mention, "Hey, I was supposed to have that part, but they didn't even get into Katt Williams." Let me tell you
yeah.
something. One thing about acting, it's not yours until it's yours. If they still
Exactly.
in the midst of auditions and they tell you to come back and read another part, it's because changes are being made.
Yeah.
Sometimes they even tell you the part is yours, but the first day of shooting, they tell you, "Hey, we found another spot, another person." That's how
Yeah.
acting is. If anybody knows acting,
Yeah.
that's how it is. So for Ricky to keep putting it out there in the atmosphere, "Yeah, it was mom." You don't have it in
Yeah, you
writing. They
can't
didn't
say
write
that.
out the
Yeah.
contract. They didn't give you no money
Yep.
for the part.
Yep. So
I-
can.
It was still an audition process.
Yep. Now what he could say was that, hey, I tried. I tried
You
to
should
go
join
for
us, Norris.
it. But
Shoot.
yeah, like I tried to go for it, but you know what I'm saying, he was just a better actor. So he can say that
For the
much.
part. Leave it
Yeah.
alone. If anybody
Mm-hmm.
asks you or is interviewing you about your past and the other stuff you did, I think Ricky would have been better off with saying, "Yeah, man, that was a dope movie. I played the Santa, and Katt Williams was in it, Terry Crews was in it. Man, it was dope." I promise you, if he would have left it like that, I don't think Ricky Smiley would be getting lashed at like this.
Yeah. Yeah. Me either.
Cause it's like you're mentioning my name, acting like we on the same page.
If I got to send you $30,
And he looking like, man, I got 12 Netflix series, made $1 million each
Did
series,
all.
all this stuff, and you mentioning we on the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Yeah, he ain't fit the part. Not even a little bit. I couldn't imagine Ricky Smiley playing
And
Money Mike. Like Katt Williams said, he do better as a woman. Him and Tyler Perry. He said they can't play. They can't play a man to save their life. And that's true.
And you know what's crazy? I remember when Tyler Perry played that part with old girl and it
Yeah.
didn't look right. Gabrielle Union. It didn't look right. I was like,
Man, listen, every male part that Tyler Perry got, he still like he playing Madea. I'm not playing. Like he can't help but do his mouth and even talk like Madea. He can't. So that just mean to tell me, even when you're not shooting, bro, at home, you playing Madea.
very feminine. Very feminine.
Allegedly. Allegedly, Tyler Perry. Allegedly.
Now this the thing. Jamie Foxx played Wanda. Martin played Shanae.
They
But
did.
I still can visualize them in males'
The
roles
plan
because they got famous of their masculinity.
masculine. Exactly.
Now, I get it.
Exactly.
Part of the industry, and sometimes you're gonna have to bend and shift some things to
Hmm.
tap into certain creative, and you're a comic, so you make
Yeah.
things funny.
Yeah.
Like did
That's real.
you do skits
Yeah.
who you
Hmm.
normally would be just to make some.
Of course. Of course, it's all for the laugh, but you're gonna. I feel like that skit.
So go ahead.
I feel like what Katt was saying. I'm not playing a movie unless everybody come with an A game. And he was basically saying their go-to character is a freaking female.
And
And
the
so
best character is a female.
it is. It is. So that's crazy. But
I
like
see. I detected
it's the
no
truth.
lies.
That's what I'm
I
saying. I'm
detected
still
no
with
lies.
Katt. So far so good, Katt. You seem to be telling the truth.
Okay. Somebody so on here at some point he said that he read 3,000 books as a kid. He was like an intelligent kid. And somebody was like, he lying. Now he was reading at the age of 3, right? So let's from the age of 10. I have 11. So from the age if it's 3,000 books in 1 year and you got to read 8 books a day, do you think that's possible? I can't hear you. Hello? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I just see your lip going and moving.
Betty did. It's in my contract.
Why would you put that in your contract, Katt?
That's where he's a believable actor. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role.
So that's why, because when we released that clip and he said that, you responded because he said he was supposed to play Money Mike and you were supposed to play Santa Claus.
An outright lie.
So
That he knows is a lie.
So why would he say it?
Because he's a liar. Nobody knows why liars lie. And that's why I had to come on the program. Cedric did the same thing. Cedric told you when you asked him, did you steal Katt Williams' joke?
Yeah.
He said, it don't line up. How it don't line up that I did it on TV in 2018. You came to see me at the Comedy Store do it in 2019 and then did it on the Kings of Comedy. Like, what doesn't line up? This is a televised joke that Mark Curry helped me punch up and get to the level that it was. The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. This the same Negro that hated on Bernie with this same thing. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good, baby, and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You would have to have a range. I played a lot of characters, 60 movie roles. I'm not playing Katt Williams in there.
I don't know, Katt. We might not let you drink anymore the way you. I mean, we ain't even got.
I'm not fueled by alcohol. I've had a sip, less than you.
All right, so
Yeah.
woo!
Yeah. My dog ate. You can hear me now, right?
I can hear you. I hear you
Okay.
loud. I hear you
Okay.
clear. I hear
Okay.
you
Yeah.
loud. I hear you clear.
My dog ate.
Listen, people like I hear Katt, but I don't think he's providing proof. A lot of what he's saying, you can type
You
into
can,
a computer and look at it. If he says Cedric the Entertainer stole what I said in such and such year, you can go back. Like these are HBO specials, these are Netflix specials, these are Def Comedy Jam specials. Like it's 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 Googleable.
yeah, true.
You done been interviewed before. Are you coming to an interview with a whole laptop and taking out your time to let me show you?
No, you're not doing that. But I mean, that's why you tell them this. Go fact check yourself.
Not only that, if he was lying about the Rick Smiley thing, like after every single show he did with him, the man
Hmm.
was in a dress.
That's true.
Like that
That's true.
like if you are truly into comics and see funny movies, you would see that every single time those two, even if it was just one movie, he's still not lying.
He's not lying. That's what I'm saying. Anybody that disagree with Katt are just Ricky Smiley fans, Cedric fans.
Now, this is the thing. I like Ricky Smiley and his prank calls because I remember for hours I used to ride in the car listening to them prank calls, laughing my butt off. I think his radio show is great,
Me
but
too.
I wouldn't never pay no money to see him do no stand up
Me either.
because I
I
don't
mean,
think
cause
he's funny in that light. Like Kevin
he.
Hart, I think he's funny in a movie. I
I
wouldn't pay
agree.
for Kevin Hart in a
I
stand-up show,
when
like an
when
improv show.
when it come down to Kevin, Kevin to me has lost his spark when it come down to stand. You know what I'm saying?
So recently, him and Chris Rock did a Netflix series.
Hmm.
Chris should have been the main headliner to me, Chris
Are
Rock,
you serious?
but it was Kevin who was. I mean, it
I
said
feel
two
like
headliners, so it was kind of like a show about saying, "Hey, nobody's over the other," but Chris could have did it all
Kevin.
by himself.
I don't think Chris funny at all either. I guess you like that. You don't
Chris
like no
Rock.
comments.
Well,
Now,
what comics do
Chris
you like?
Chris Rock is funny. Chris Rock is funny. Like everybody hate Chris. Genius.
Everybody hates Chris.
Genius. In movies, Chris Rock is funny. In movies, stand up, no. My favorite actors. I mean, my favorite comedies are the ones that's like I can identify with. The ones that like I feel like is genuine. You're not doing it to make me laugh. You just crazy. Like Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? Michael Blackston. David Chappelle.
Okay, pause. You said Michael Blackston. I'm glad you brought this up.
That's my
Michael
boy.
Blackston.
That's my boy.
So at some point in this, there's a clip where Katt Williams says, because of his honesty, Other
Uh-huh.
comedians don't like him, like Michael Blackston. He made mention, he was like, he's a fake African who puts a fake, like, African voice on. He was like, but when I told him, stop wearing them dirty dashikis,
Uh-huh.
I know you remember him. You remember him when he was like
Uh-huh.
this. You remember him? He was like, and start dressing like you where you're trying to go.
Yeah.
He got mad at them, stopped talking to them, da da da. But now look at you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't switched it all the way up.
That's real. Mm-hmm.
All because he told you some truth. You ain't like it, and now look at you.
Uh-huh.
He was like, if you go to Africa, you'll see them dressed like that, like African
True.
comedians. You don't
Uh-huh.
see them dressed like this to do a show.
You don't. You don't.
The boys come out clean.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Michael Blackston, Cat Williams
It's
is a very smart dude.
just niggy.
He took shots at the top 10 comedians alive today so we all can respond and make him relevant again. Are we trying to make Cat relevant again though?
Well,
I
if
mean,
you
he's
look
not in
at it,
everything, but I don't think he's not relevant.
I think the cat is more relevant than Michael Blackson, to be honest.
Yes.
Like, and although I'm a fan of Michael Blackson, I'm
Yeah.
just saying, for I feel like that's Michael Blackston way of kind of
Trying to get
making,
relevant.
yeah. Y'all remember he threw my name out there. That's what he trying to do. Is like, hey, I noticed he. Did anybody else notice he threw my name in it? Top 10 comedian.
Right.
Because although I think you funny, Michael Blackston, I don't know if I say you top 10. But well, it depends on who making the list. You in my top 10, but I don't think he's in your top 10.
Michael Blackston list. Cat would. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I got the list.
Mm-hmm.
I got the list. I
Okay,
got the
let's see.
list. Michael Blackston list. Hold on. I'm gonna put it up. Well, go ahead. I mean, who would you say is your top 10, top five? Because you seem like
Dead or
you,
alive?
huh?
Dead or alive?
Let's say alive.
Oh, it ain't too many then.
Oh
There's
God.
not too many. There's not too many. Like I said, the ones I named, I'll have to say some skit comics are a little bit funny than the stand up comics. Like I like that boy Desi. I like you know what I'm saying? Of course, like I said, Mike Epps, Michael Blackston, Dave Chappelle, uh it's others. Like I said, I don't know. I don't know, but I don't know if I can say I got all of them. How about you?
Ooh. So man, I love to laugh. Martin Lawrence is funny to me.
Yeah.
DC Young Fly, Chico Bean.
D, D,
It's a lot of the. You don't think he?
DC? DC? Okay. Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think?
Why you don't
Do you?
think?
How do you think? DC ain't. To me, DC ain't. DC just do a lot of screaming. He do a lot of wild stuff to make you laugh. It's like one of those. I'm gonna force that laugh out you because I'm gonna do something, say something stupid afterwards.
Eh, but
But
to
the
me,
but the
it be
main
funny.
no, I feel you. But the main joke don't be funny. Like he'll do some like
Are you
screaming laugh
are you
afterwards.
one of
Like,
them Richard
ah!
Pryor type of?
Yeah, Rich was funny. Rich was funny. Early Eddie Murphy is funny.
Yes,
Eddie Murphy is funny. Yep, I give it
Arsenio
to Eddie.
Hall was funny to me.
I really don't remember too much Arsenio, but I mean, what I seen, yeah, he's straight. So yeah,
Okay,
top 10
so
comedian.
on the screen we got Michael Blackson say his top 10 comedians alive. Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams is number 4.
Mm-hmm.
Martin Lawrence, Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, Cedric the Entertainer, Earthquake, and guess who's number 10? himself. Like, boy,
Yeah. Yeah.
like, are you kidding me right now?
That's a good list though. I gotta give him that.
It's
That's a pretty decent list.
it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. But this
Yeah.
is hold on. Come on.
Just get into this. The whole internet going crazy. Comments that Katt Williams made. Whatever. I can't speak on behalf of the other comedians, but the only thing I can speak for is myself. Katt made some comments on Shannon Sharp's show about when I was on Shannon Sharp was telling
I
him the
kind of
story
agree.
of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there,
It's a good list.
let's
That's
just
a
go
good
back.
list.
In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View, and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET. And that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, man, hey, man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for. Was Money Mike, and I guess the producers, Cube, and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like
just one of a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character that was
right.
just,
so Katt, I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Because ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that. And I'm glad that they made that decision and they put me in a Santa Claus role, which was actually perfect. So when I got back to LA, they said, hey, your role has changed. You're going to be the Santa Claus. And here's the Santa Claus suit. Put it on, and here's your lines. Sat in the trailer, went over the lines, went over my stuff with Cube, and the rest is history. Had no reason. I just want to clarify that. Had no reason to lie about that. As a matter of fact, my manager at the time, Gary Abdo, who is still one of my best friends, who also helped start my career, and he's the owner of the Atlanta Comedy Theater in Atlanta. We got him on the phone. Just to clarify, Gary Abdo, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm good, man. Just for clarification, you was my manager at the time. We went to LA together for the audition. Cube wanted to see us. What is your version?
Yeah, well, we're old, and that was 23 years ago. So, our memories are what our memories are. You went out, you auditioned, they wanted you to play Money Mike. That was the sides that they had sent. The sides are the portion of the script for the part they want you to play. Those were the sides they sent. That was the audition you did. They said, great, we want you to play this role. My recollection is you had to go back and read for the execs from the studio one final time. And the night before that, we got different sides and they said, no, we want you to play this role. And we didn't understand it. We really were under the impression, well, you had the role as Money Mike, but then all of a sudden they switched it up. Now we understand why. Katt came in, blew them away. He's an incredible performer. That was probably one of the most iconic breakout parts in movie history. I mean, that
Absolutely.
was literally Katt. That was literally Katt's first movie. Friday was not Chris Tucker's first movie. Next Friday was not Mike Epps' first movie. For that to have been Katt Williams' first movie, and he exploded. I mean, that literally made him an iconic touring comedian, one of the biggest to do it in this generation. And, the rest, as they say, was history. But yeah, absolutely, without a doubt, you were auditioning for Money Mike. We were told you had the role, and then that switched up overnight.
And I'm glad I ended up being the Santa Claus, because that role was iconic and not as funny as his. I like the pimp. I personally like the pimp better, but the Santa Claus role was just perfect for me. At the time, I was skinny and could run fast, so
and you could squeeze over that gate. So yeah, that was the.
I just wanted to clarify that, and then there was no contract ever that. In agreement with the first Sunday movie, because that was a whole different production directed by who just directed my Netflix special, David E. Talbert, about me playing Bernice Jenkins. That's something that David called me personally. David and Lynn are fans and have been fans of my work for a long time, and it was like, we want you to play Bernice Jenkins, and and here you go. And that's what happened. And I went out there and shot that in one day, me and Red Grant. And that was a lot of fun. Right. And it had nothing to do with Katt Williams' contract or whatever. So I'm, what I'm saying? Like, I respect Katt. Definitely disappointed that you have to get on the air and explain something like this. But that's the truth.
You on mute.
Backpedaling at its finest.
I'm trying to talk to you. All right.
Backpedaling. I don't know why you got to go. You came at the man first on an interview, talking something. It was my part. No, y'all was in the audition process. Like, be honest about what really was going on. If you ever had to act for an actual audition part, like ever had to participate in acting, it's not yours until it's yours. Like the part, the day of shooting, they could say, "Hey, we decided to go another route." That happens a lot in acting. Like, what? Now you got to backpedal. Like crazy.
Yeah. I definitely feel like if I had to choose, if I was on the jury, I have to side with Katt. Katt to me saying like he don't got nothing to lose, so there's no reason to lie. Like he ain't got like, what's my real reason to lie? You know?
Okay. I seen somebody question. Well, he said he was intelligent at a young age, and there's no way he could have read 3,000 books a year. That would have been 8 books a day.
You say that again, because you're blanked out. So he was intelligent for.
He was intelligent at a young age. He started reading at the age of 3, and he was always in the library. He was always reading books. That's what he told Sharp on the interview.
Yeah.
I've seen comments saying, "Ain't no way you could read that many books." That's a lie. In 1 year, 3,000 books in 1 year. But y'all gotta remember, you got kids.
Yeah. Right now.
How big is the books they bringing home? They small. They Cat in the Hat books.
Yeah,
come on. No more than 10 to 15 pages. The Cat, next page. In the Hat, next page.
Like, yeah, true.
We on the Magic School Bus, turn the page. It's a sentence per page. So for me, I was perplexed because he never described to us what type of books he was reading. But if he was from the age of 3 to 10, let's say 3 to 10, them books ain't challenging. They ain't heavyweight books. They not 50. Yeah. It ain't books that stick like the Bible, come on.
Could be a book of colors. It's just saying green, red. You know what I'm saying? Like my son to read.
I could
Yeah.
easily see 3,000 books happening.
Yeah. Yeah. But I
And
mean, you
I'm
can
like,
see where the he kind of fabricate, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can see where they're coming from, because it's like he trying to make it seem like they were real novels or some junk, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah,
all
that's what
right.
he.
So for me, I think the biggest issue with everything is this. This man, they've seen him get arrested.
Why they do my
They've
boy
seen
like
him
that?
red. They've seen him go through a lot of stuff and
Hmm.
not quite understand why. And not quite understand why. You know
I
what I'm
think I know
saying?
why. Yeah.
I thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
this: when you're in
Go
the
ahead.
industry and you don't go with the flow of everybody,
You gonna
you
be
get
made
booted
to lie.
out.
Yep. Yep. And then
They're gonna
they
boot
got to
you
make you
out.
look crazy. Like I said, they got to make you look crazy,
Absolutely,
so everything you say won't be credited.
absolutely.
So yeah. So you be, like I
And that's
said,
why he had to do
allegedly
this today. That's why he had to do this today.
put all the boys, and ain't that one of the boys funny to me. Who funny in that part to me? Who that is
Mm.
in the green?
Steve Harvey, Faison, Cedric, Tyler, Ricky.
A whole bunch of cats that need to be in that part that I don't rock with. Well, Faison is okay. Faison
I
have
think
his
Faison
moments,
is a
his
bit funny.
roles. Yeah, yeah. Faison in his roles. Yeah, Faison could. Yeah, but Faison, he's not said to be a comedian though. So Faison, for him not to be, Faison ain't like, when you think of Faison, you just think of actor. You're not thinking comedian.
No, I just think funny actor. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
a funny actor. You know what
That's
I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
But comedian, the rest of them want to do stand up. The rest of them want to do this and that, and they can't make me laugh for nothing.
Also, too, he was like, Faison told him that, oh, it's easy to get a Netflix special. That's easy. It's like, well, where's yours?
That's well, that's because also, like we said, Faison is not considered an actual comedian.
Don't you hate it when people be like, oh, it's easy to get put on. It's easy to do
Yeah,
that song. It's easy to, and it's like, well, why you ain't?
I it's so crazy. I've been told that from a fellow artist. You know what I'm saying?
I've been
I
trying
had
to
like,
like I know me and you rap, so
yeah,
we already
yeah,
understand there's
yeah,
levels to
to
industry,
certain
even
stuff, and they,
to certain stuff, and
yeah,
it's like
yep, and and
unless you
and
rocking with certain gatekeepers,
yep,
you ain't getting in. Unless
you
you
ain't,
really, really getting in the paint and working how you need to work to
yeah,
see it through.
yeah,
But
yeah, that's
face
true.
on, it's easy, baby.
Yeah,
Where
no,
yours at?
that's real
Instead of
now.
encouraging this man, instead of rocking with him, instead of saying, you know what, he on the side of truth.
That's real. That's real now.
The
I
problem
agree
is
with
he
you.
exposed so many people who made agreements, and you'll be surprised of the names he know. And to hush him up, they'll say, "Oh yeah, he on drugs. Oh yeah, he on this. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah, he ain't."
Let's not forget what they said about Dave Chappelle. They said he went crazy and left the country and this and that. And Kevin, and listen, Cat Williams on the same Shannon Sharp special, he said he was offered 50 million
4 times.
offered to go party with Diddy and had to turn it down. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? With that being said, that's telling you, like, hey, like, I purposely shut down that inner circle, that gatekeeping circle. You know what I'm saying? I could be there, but I don't want to. And the people that he's speaking of probably have and probably is.
But that's because he didn't want to have to be violated. Like, if I am
Yeah, he
not,
said that.
I am not into girls. I don't want girls touching me just to get
That's
50
real.
mil, unless I'm
That's
into that.
real.
Like, come
That's
on.
real. That's real now.
What happened to the day where I just walk into the gate because I am talented enough too?
That's yep. And it's a shame it's not like that. But that's how it is. That's how it is. Like you, like the rituals and stuff. Like he
That's
said, like,
industry. That's industry though. The deeper you
yeah,
get into, like, what's that man name who got that island full of young kids being raped all of the, like, bruh, that
I
list
forgot
should
his
come
name.
out. Hostine,
Yeah,
whatever his name is, I don't even know.
Epstein,
Yes,
somewhere.
listen, yeah, there you go, EpiPen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him EpiPen.
And Hey, you sound like me the other night. For real. Bipolar, whatever, pest control, this one, pest control, something like that.
It's like
But
so much dark, nasty stuff is happening in the dark, and people don't want to wake up and realize that this stuff is very, very real. He
yeah,
like it's so much perversion out there. It's so much people getting raped, people getting drugged, people getting all so they could be a part of the next best thing. All so they could be to star on this
yeah.
show, and they may or may not get it. They may or may
May or
not
may
get what
not.
they searching for.
Yep. Yep. It might be the worst decision that I made. A lot of them regret it. You know what I'm saying? From what we see, allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, but from what we see, a lot of them, don't seem to be too happy about the decisions that they made and the things they allowed to happen.
Listen,
So
and a lot of them gonna stay quiet because they would be exposed to. People like, well,
that's
why this
real.
person ain't talking? Why this person ain't talking? Cause if they say the wrong thing and get too slick, oh, Cat has
Yeah,
nothing to lose. He owns everything he has. He
that's
owns
what I
everything
say.
he touches. Right. Okay.
That's what I
Somebody
say.
said his net worth only 2 million. He was like, on the interview, he was like, don't look up my net worth because the last time I seen it, that thing said 2 million, and I had that in my pocket, let alone my last Netflix special was more than the 2 million. He was like, but just
Yeah,
know that ain't it.
yeah. I mean, and I can
Net worth
believe
is
that.
all about what you report on your taxes.
Yeah,
And if you
like
got somebody that can finagle them taxes, that's just what it's gonna be
for
reported. But
real.
you got people with that same network in their pocket.
That's real. You got people that what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he want network to say less.
Right.
Say I got 50,000 on me. Yeah,
How does
for
man
real.
do 100 show tour every single year off of 2 million? No, that costs way more, babe. That costs
Way
way more,
more.
way more.
Way
If you
more.
if you if you've ever put together just one concert
Hmm.
effectively, and Cat Williams sells out like not just a little teeny bopper clubs. He do
Hmm.
more mega arenas and different things of that nature. I've
Hmm.
seen it. If he doing a comedy Def Jam and HBO, he's done bigger arenas before and the small, but
Hmm.
it's not going 2 million. That'll be gone halfway through. 100
Hmm.
city tour with his production team, people traveling. He also made mention like, hey, I know of 46 comedians that I don't put on. And that's
True.
real.
True. 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 That's real.
I was being
I
attacked so much today just off the topic of this. It was like if if you believe that Cat Williams is telling the truth, you believe in Santa Claus.
okay then. Well, where's Rudolph? Because I won't be there. I believe Rudolph too, the Easter Bunny too at that point. Because I never, Cat don't seem to me as somebody that lies, bro. Like he don't seem to me. I mean, everybody can fabricate. Everybody can lie for one. Anybody can lie. But you have certain people that so go against the grainish that it actually makes them happy to be able to expose the truth because they go against the grain. They go against, what I'm saying, what everybody else is doing. And you got Cat saying something that you be like, oh shoot, Cat, like you probably yeah you.
Hey y'all, listen. Tell me your thoughts in the comments on this interview with Club Shay Shay, Cat Williams. I don't think it's a debate here because I like Cat, I like Ricky. I think a lot of them comedians have done a lot of great things. They've paved the way in so many ways. I don't hate Ricky. I'm just saying I don't hate Cedric. I'm just saying call a spade a spade. If you stole the man joke, just say, hey, yeah, I did that. Back in the day, I thought he wasn't gonna be nothing. He was just an up and coming comedian. I saw his joke. I thought it was funny. I remixed it, but now he big, now he's somebody. And now I my bad, bro.
No, you good.
No, no,
Can you
no, no,
hear me?
no. What I'm saying is, I said, I don't hate Katt. I don't hate Ricky or Cedric the Entertainer. But I'm just saying, if Cedric gonna steal the joke, just say my bad, bro. I thought you was an up and coming local comedian,
Exactly.
and I just jacked the joke
Exactly.
because that's what I
Exactly.
was taught to do. My bad,
Mm-hmm.
bro. How much
For
do I
real.
owe you?
Exactly. That's what I
How
say.
much do I owe you?
Uh-huh. I totally agree with that. For real. 100%. He should be, yeah. Let me go ahead and pay you so we both can be straight. For real.
Because I'm pretty sure if Katt wanted to, he could sue him and get some royalties for
Mm-hmm.
unoriginal content or something.
Especially when he got it on record.
Yeah,
Hold on. Hold on real quick, sis. Give me 2 seconds. Let me,
do your thing.
hold on.
But for me, it's like I respect what he got going on. I respect the fact that he came forth with his truth. And I think nowadays, the issue with people is they don't want to own up to the truth of what they have going on. He is in an industry with millionaires, actors, celebrities, sports athletes, and so forth and so on. And there are times where the truth will push you into a very uncomfortable space and spot. And there are times you just got to tell the truth because you care about your integrity. You care about how you represent yourself. You care about what it means down the line, not the immediate reward of a thing, but down the line, you're like, you know what? I can't operate like this. I can't bow down to this. I can't go to these. He mentioned Diddy parties. I can't go to these Diddy parties and subject myself to certain levels of scrutiny because I know when I show up to the Diddy party, this is what Diddy wants. The man not wrong for operating like that. Y'all just remember the guy who looked unfavorable, the mugshot, but convicted of nothing. Y'all remember the mugshot, but ain't been convicted of nothing. Now he's funny. He may curse. He may drink. He may smoke. But does that mean that he crazy and he's not a viable? That these things didn't really happen to him. When if all we do is Google, we're finding out the truth of the matter. Oh, because he didn't want to sell his soul and go to the Diddy party and get sexed on. Oh, he now he's in the uncool kid club,
Mm-hmm.
and we labeling him crazy because nobody else that's big is gonna come and lash out. They're not going to because they're gonna get exposed too, and that's all he's trying to show y'all. Hey, I finance my own stuff. I put on my own people. I take up and coming artists. I will put money back into the communities that I do comedy shows at. That's why they can't touch me. But can you say that about the other people you love?
Yeah. Yeah. Nah.
Other comedians you love and put on.
Nope. Nope. They probably mad. They probably plotting against him right now. They plot
How we
against
gonna
my
take
dog
this man
right
out?
now. Yeah.
How we gonna take this man out? And
Nah.
that's what's crazy to me. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so for even I was attacked when I was like, listen, I don't believe Puff Daddy, but I believe Cat Williams. They're like, what? Cat Williams
So,
abused? How? I don't
so
see it.
what you mean you don't believe P did it? Like you don't believe that he's innocent?
Correct.
Oh, I agree with that. Allegedly, I agree with that.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And for and the thing about it, even in this interview, he made mention of TD Jakes and P. Diddy because I believe Cat Williams is at a place in the industry that he know when you walk through them doors, what you're agreeing to. He know it
Yeah.
ain't no simple, hey, what's up? Like a cookout. You just
Yeah.
walking in the door. He know when you walk in the door, they're taking your phones, you're writing NDAs and consent forms and contracts
Hmm.
to not repeat what goes on back here.
That's real. Cause I remember special. He said something about it. He said something about a Hollywood party, and he was like, y'all don't understand what we're going at at the Hollywood parties, and like we hear about them all the time. So just imagine how they really are. Yeah, and then the fact that he's able to expose that right there is probably going too far within the NDA contract.
We got to stop him from talking.
Yes, yes. And now it's to the point where it's like, okay, we tried to play the he's insane game.
Yeah,
Tried to
we
play
got to block,
he's
but
on drugs.
blackball him.
Blackball him on he's on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Now it's probably getting to the point where it's like I'm scared for Katt. I'm scared for my dog now.
I hope y'all hear my heart. I hope y'all see my sincerity because several times in that interview, when I looked in his eyes, it was like, ain't no way this man lying. Some of it is funny and some of it is jokes, but it's like, ain't no way this man lying.
Hmm.
No way. Ain't no way this man just making up this stuff.
That's real.
Like, bruh. So
That's
anywho,
real. I agree. I agree. I don't think
like
he capping.
somebody was like, "Oh, y'all down here tearing down these black men, tearing down these black men." Last week it was TD Jakes, not this week. I said, "Let me tell you something. I respected the ministry of TD Jakes. I respected his motion, his movement, and all the people that he has shown and pointed to Christ. And at the end of the day, no matter that I don't serve him. So
Amen.
if there is an affliction that he deals with of perversion on any level, whether it is man-to-man connection or he's actually was dealing with minors, because there's accusations of that too, and grooming people, we not tearing down men. He told out himself because he's gonna have to
That's
read.
real. That's real. And
We got
I'm a big
accountability.
and here's the thing: if you're a real follower in Christ, you should be following Christ and not the man anyway. So therefore, it shouldn't matter what TD Jakes himself is doing because no matter how personally you think you know your pastor or whoever it is that you up under your leader, you don't know what them people do when they go home.
Oh, he's still a
And
man. He's still
yet
a
they still a
man.
man. And that still shouldn't take away, no matter what they're into, it shouldn't take away from if it's truth that they're speaking.
Right,
Because God can use an animal to bring you the word.
right.
So therefore don't use that as an excuse to just be, to drop away from God if that's what what I'm saying. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, it might be true about TD Jakes. But like you said, has he saved souls? Has God used him to save souls? Has he been teaching the right message? Now, if he's not teaching the right message, then that's different.
Right.
But if he has, then I'm not going to take away
I mean,
from.
he's been super influential. You get what I'm saying?
Okay,
He brings
okay,
together some of the biggest conferences you could think of, Woman Died
yep,
Loose, the
yep,
men's conferences. He's been very helpful in
yep,
the community and society. But if he has this thorn in his side that he
yep,
do some creep stuff on the back
yep.
end, hey, you got to own that
That's
because
real.
your stuff is in the dark like this,
That's
it's coming
real.
to the light.
That's real.
All
That is
these
real.
celebrities, all these athletes, all that stuff coming to the light.
That is so real. I mean
We reap
that
what we do.
that's real. That's real, and that during with him being a celebrity, I guess you say a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like you're under Christ, but you're also under microscope.
Thank you.
So you can't
You
be
are
doing everything.
you are influencer too. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're
You're
an
you're
influencer,
you're
bro.
supposed to be a leader and an example.
Yeah,
Like, bruh, just like a cop doing some violence to some minors or doing
yeah,
something illegal or a
yeah,
congressman doing some slick stuff, some creep stuff.
yeah,
You guys are all leaders, so you're under a certain level of microscope that when you go to these Diddy parties,
yeah. You shouldn't be at a Diddy
flags are
party, to be
raised.
honest. Yeah, I'm for real.
Like,
Like you shouldn't even be up on a Diddy party. I seen This kind of it's a little off subject, but it's the same. I seen the pastor. I don't know the pastor, but apparently the pastor is kind of well known, and he was saying that his kids asked him about going to a Rod Wave concert, and I don't know if you've seen that or not, but he was like, the kids like, "Hey, Dad, we want to go to this Rod Wave concert, but we don't want the people at your church to judge you for your kids being there." And he was like, "Why should I let that stop y'all from enjoying y'all life? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go with y'all and I'm gonna take y'all." And he used that in his sermon as, "Don't worry about what people think about you." You know what I'm saying? It, but I took away from that, like, bro, like you're on this line, like there's a lot of things that as a pastor you still shouldn't be doing. I don't care how much you try to sugarcoat it. Oh, you're saying that's due right to Pastor Mike. Okay, it's Pastor Mike. It's like, come on, bro. You shouldn't be at no Rod Wave concert, bro. You a pastor. There's nothing holy about that. Which, like, we go back to saying, ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. But I mean, if
Correct me
like
if
I
I'm
said,
wrong. Even if we okay, so let's bump that he's a pastor, right?
uh huh.
Rod Wave song full of depression.
I
Ah, we
agree.
broke
I'm
so
not no
many
Rod
times.
Wave.
Ah,
I'm not a Rod Wave fan whatsoever. I can't stand. Anytime I hear him, whoever it is, please cut
new
it off.
type of money. Is you ready? Because we could put you on this podcast if you disagree,
I
man.
I disagree. What you disagree with though, bro? Or sis, I don't know who that Aaron Wells. That's
New type of money. He a Christian
oh,
rapper
new
too
type
out
of
of
money.
Georgia.
Yeah. I think I done met bro before.
You
But
probably
yeah,
did.
yeah, man. Yeah. That just it don't sit right with me, man. That don't sit right with me at all. Because you're a pastor, bro. Like just like okay, it's a cop, just like a cop. I don't think a police officer should be caught in the club, even off duty. Because there's a lot of illegal stuff that goes on inside the clubs that'll go against what you're supposed to stand for. You know what I mean? So with that being said, man, him going his personal choice. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that. I feel like and then what it is he went he went in and was like, hey, how can I church this up for the congregation? So
So
it's
you
like,
saying the pastor made a personal choice to go to a Rod Wave concert
yeah,
and then came back and I'm assuming from a place of guilt to try
yes,
to give a little understanding. How can
yes,
I search up this message to let everybody
yes,
know it's okay?
yes. And it's not, but to
Like just in case my
validate,
wife caught me with a tape of me
just
bouncing
in
my
case,
head on.
yep, and validate. Now, and
That's
that
what
I don't like. That I don't like because it's like you using the word, you manipulating the word to fit your narrative. And I don't like that. I feel like that's wrong. I know that's wrong. Just admit, hey y'all, if y'all see me at a Rod Wave concert, I let the devil use me. I went to a Rod Wave concert.
you say you let the devil use it.
Yeah, like bro, like just be honest and be like, man, I let the devil use it. I was at a y'all Rod Wave concert. I was singing the songs. I was doing this and that. I would be more
So
respecting
the
of that.
question I have is, as a leader, what's the line that's wrong? Oh,
Sound
you
like it ain't no line.
hey.
Yo, what's happening? What's
Yo,
happening?
bro, what's up
Hey.
with you?
Man, cool and what's going on?
So you say that the pastor saying that it was okay for him and the children to go to the Rod Wave concert was his personal decision and choice.
Well, I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong or I'm not really even on the right and wrong, but like I look at I'm an ordained evangelist.
Okay.
I
Hmm.
operate in all five of the fivefold ministry gifts. I'm a pastor. I'm a prophet. I'm a
Okay.
teacher. I'm a apostle to a certain extent.
Okay.
But at the same time, it's like I believe sometimes people hold people to a higher standard than they even hold their self.
That's
Sometimes
true.
I think people even hold people to a higher standard than God may even personally be holding that person.
I agree.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
So it's like I like to ask preachers the question because people have different opinions, and that's what we dealing with this social media world. Now everybody's always going to have an opinion on somebody else's life,
Yeah.
and my thing is I got on my spiritual journey maybe 2012, in which most will say give their life to Christ or whatever. But my whole thought process, ideologies, theologies, and everything that God has given me has really been controversial this whole time. Like I'm a believer that does not only not call myself a Christian hip hop artist, I don't even call myself a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Pivotal pause. Now, when I say that, I love that's my new thing, by the way, pivotal pause. When I say that, Christians and even people that grew up in Christian households before they can even allow me to elaborate that I
Mm-hmm.
don't call myself that because the God in me, my internal spirit told me that I was not and gave me biblical scriptures and historical evidence to back this up. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? But it's like we live in a world where people can be rocking with you, but you do one thing or say one thing that they disagree with, and they may not even overstand it or understand it, but it's like everything that you did before that was good or righteous
Wiped
is
out.
killed. You feel me? And it's just like I feel like that's not fair. You know what I mean? It's like I get the point that leaders should be held to a certain standard and stuff, but the standards vary depending on the individual. You know what I mean? Like
Agree.
you guys say, okay, you don't think he should have went to the World Wave concert. What did the spirit led him? Because my thing is the spirit has led me. I go in clubs. I go
Agreed.
in crack houses. I go
Agreed.
in I don't the spirit done led me to
Trap houses.
trap houses, soup
I
kitchens.
come from there. I
You,
feel
you,
you.
you feel me?
I
And,
feel you.
and and because I come from there, God is able to send me back into these
But
places because
and
I'm disciplined in certain areas.
that's true. I don't, if I should add to that, bro, I'm gonna say I totally agree with you. And I mean me myself, you know what I'm saying? I agree with you 100% because I never called myself a Christian rapper. I
Mhm.
lie. I did at first, but then I haven't talked to D King like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put myself in that box because I want to reach so much more.
Right.
But with that being said, I've rapped in clubs, nightclubs, regular nightclubs and stuff. And I will understand all that. But in this particular case, and I understand he's a man, I don't have a problem with him going to the Rod Wave concert.
Yeah.
My only problem is, like we said, I feel like there was conviction in him with his walk with God that made him feel the need to make a sermon about why he went and manipulate and kind of manipulated the situation. That was it. Now, brother, if you want to go and bop the right way, go have fun. And
Right.
and if you telling the truth, if I'm up under you and I still feel like you preaching true word, I'm not gonna judge you because I'm not your judge.
Right.
But like I said, my only problem was him manipulating the sermon to validate why he was there instead of just being there and enjoying it.
I
You know
I
what I'm saying?
I can rock with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I can rock with
my
it. But I definitely, that's why I kind of even when commenting on like how I was just on there and commenting, it's like unless you able to have dialogues with people, this social media stuff it's just I really got a love-hate relationship with it. It's like it's really
yeah,
because I could be done something so great or
that's real.
spoke a
Cause
sermon, did a or
That's
whatever, and
real.
people can take a 10, 15, 30-minute clip
Yep.
and take it,
Yep.
blow it all out of
Yep.
context.
Yep.
You know
Yep.
what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep. And it's just like Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? How they like to discredit a lot of stuff he did because he smoked cigarettes. And they say they like, oh, he was a whoremonger and stuff like that.
Yeah, woman, not
Women
homemonger.
are, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Which that all has its place for God to judge. But
Facts.
that why should that overshadow the good that bro did? You know
Facts.
what I'm saying? And that's why I agree with you at, because it's like people are so quick to discredit you that they can't wait to find something to discredit you about.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I hate that. I hate that with a passion. That's why myself personally, that's why I stopped saying I'm a Christian rapper, and that's why I just let the music speak for itself.
Right.
Because I don't even want to be put in the limelight. I don't want to be judged because I know I mess up. I know
Facts.
I got some real deal problems, bro. You feel me? So I don't know if y'all know who B Duffy is, but we got a song, and I even said on the song like I still be messing up, but I swear I'm unashamed because even then I don't want you to judge me and say, oh, well they're gonna Chris rap, but look him in the video with such and such or doing this, he over there, he over there. I don't want my doings to make you fall. But if you would listen to
Is
what
your
I'm
hand on
saying and
your mic?
accept it, oh, it's right here.
Oh,
It's my,
better.
but
I got
but
on
my
it too.
my bad. If you listen to what I say, then you know what I'm saying. Maybe you might get some deliverance. But
Right.
please don't follow me because I'm not Christ. I need Him every day. So I'm somebody that can't judge like that.
So I feel like we're all growing, learning, building, evolving daily. But I feel like we have a more of a generational in a culture who like heavily lean on people with
Hmm.
titles to do right, to make a
That's
like a
real.
stronger effort to do right. And so what happens is if my pastor, let's say I go to the Rod Wave concert, right? I look over and I see my heart been broke so many times. I'm looking like I thought that was out your system. Or I'm
Gotcha.
looking like, how do I handle this situation? Because you're preaching one thing and with such conviction, like I'm so sold out. Like, for example, when you
Hmm.
think of a gang, Bloods do
Hmm.
not interact with Crips, Crips do not interact with Bloods. For example, right? I'm just giving an example. But when I see my pastor in the Rod Wave concert with me, I'm disappointed. I'm conflicted. I don't.
I get that from your point of view, but like I say, I have a
You're
different
right.
thought
He has his
process.
own choice. He can do whatever he want to do. Right? He can do whatever
Right.
he want to do.
Yeah.
But
Like
are you also telling me that no matter how sold out you are, you going out publicly like this is because we're not just talking about your backcountry pastor that nobody knows. This is a pastor that like
He's
viral
under. Yeah. He's under bigger
scope.
microscope. Yeah. I think that at that point it's just unfortunate. It's
and see,
unfortunate.
right, right,
Yeah,
because
you
it's
just
like I get where you coming from. That's just like me.
yeah,
I could go viral tomorrow. I could go
yeah,
viral now.
yeah.
I'm not finna change the way I move and stuff just because I'm under a bigger microscope now. Like, nah.
That's
And
real.
honestly, that's why I'm so glad I'm authentic to me. If you
That's
Exactly.
listen,
real.
if you heard you
And
hear
you
my
stepping
music,
out is no surprise. If they see you rapping in a club before you were famous, this is what you were already doing. So
facts.
Yeah,
it's like I'm not surprised. But if all I
yeah.
know you for is church, and all I hear you preach is church, and you're hyper religious, and now all of a sudden you want to take your coat off, and oh, let me go to the Rod Wave concert. Now it's like, what triggered that? But
I
like you
get
said,
that.
authenticity
Yeah.
was what was lacking. That's why he didn't do it before. But now he's trying to go, I guess, blossom in his authentic self and say, yeah, it's okay. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just be real. A lot of leaders, because I look from every diameter. A lot of leaders are just trying to be relevant.
Yes.
A lot of people
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah.
relevant. They're trying to be cultural.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep up with the
Yeah.
like. Nah, just like me, I came in this thing being me. Now at the
Real.
same time, being me, everybody like being me. Also, I have to keep me in check. I have to filter me through the Holy Spirit in me
Yeah.
because none
Definitely.
of us, we all are sum total of who our past, childhood, all that have created. Like that's who we are. Who you
Mhm.
are is really not who God created you to be. Who you are is who your past pains, your past trauma, who you
Mhm.
created, who the image that you give to other people to be accepted in this world. So we have to constantly be trying to become the creation that we were created to be instead of the
Mhm.
creation that we have created. So let me be
Mhm.
clear when I say that. Like, of course, I'm gonna always be me. But the more you get in the spirit, the more you realize you don't even know who the hell you are.
That's real. That's
And you see
real.
how I talk. This is me. This is
Yeah.
me. I'm no filter.
Yeah.
This is me. This is who
Yeah.
I am. I
Yeah.
may say it the same way in a pulpit.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, don't invite me to your church. This is me.
That's real. I totally agree. I totally agree.
This is who
I
I
like,
am.
but you know what? You'll reach way more people that way.
Right.
Real. I feel that way. But go ahead, bro. My bad.
And no,
Yeah.
you good, bro. But like you can go to the beginning of my ministry. Like I started out doing street ministry. But it's just like I actually feel more comfortable in the streets.
I do too. I've always done that.
I've rapped in clubs and them people be with their drinks up and they blunts in the air and they
Yeah.
be like, man, thank you for coming. And
Yeah.
I'm doing my regular stuff.
I I actually, to be honest, I stopped doing a lot of Christian shows. Like I stopped doing like a lot of like the church events because of that reason. Like I
They
hate to
didn't
be put
understand.
on because I've got treated worse doing that than the people that I deal with that's worldly. What you'll say, quote unquote, worldly.
Right.
I've got treated better out there in the world as a inspirational, clean rap, conscious rap, whatever you want to call me. I've got treated better out there than in the church. I've had certain pastors that try to manipulate the gift. You know what I'm saying? That I had. You know, they'll use me for a spot filler,
Come on.
but but they'll pay a pastor to
Come
come
on.
that I might even be coming from a further place, but to pay him and won't even give me gas money. Like I've seen some things.
Talent show.
Yeah, plenty.
Talent show.
Man, listen, since what 2009. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I cut off the title. Now that right there let me see pastors for who they are too, and I
Fact.
realized that I was better off being who I am and serving God and having my own personal relationship with God no matter what.
There you go.
Because I was always trying to try my best to just meet a standard of this is what a Christian's supposed to be like, and a Christian rapper's supposed to be like. And if I want to keep getting bookings, or if I want to keep doing this, then I can't do that. I can't be around this person. But I started realizing that I was being treated more genuine in the hood, bro. Like in the
Facts.
hood. That's when I said, forget it. I'm gonna start making music for y'all. And to this day, you can't find a cursing digit song. You can't find a derogatory digit song.
Right.
But you do get clean, wholesome music from digits to this day. But I don't. I will do a church event, but I'm not. That's not what I'm aspiring to do, bro. I feel like God lead me to do something
So
totally different.
I'm gonna touch on this subject and I'm gonna wrap this up. William Murphy was empowering the people from 2023 to 2024 to walk it out. Right? Walk into your destiny, walk into your purpose, walk it out, walk it out. And then before you know it, Y'all walk it out. Esau walk it out. Southside walk it out. And then they was doing the swag and surf.
Hmm.
Do y'all have any thoughts or opinions on? I have some, but do y'all have any thoughts or opinions on that?
That they started doing the walk it out and the swag it out, the swag
I'm,
surfing stuff in the
I'm,
church.
I'm gonna let Diddy go first, man.
No, 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 no matter, bro. Go ahead and take it off. I've been talking enough, bro. Do your thing.
So I've stayed in Atlanta. While I was in Atlanta, he was my pastor. You know, I went to the Dream Center. Now, I'm the type, I'm never trying to take up for anybody. I don't care if
Right,
you
right,
my
right.
child, my dad's a
Yeah,
pastor, my mama a minister. I'm for right. You
that's
feel me?
right. Hmm.
But at the same time, again, I say right and truth can vary. Because there's my truth, there's your truth, and then there's truth. There's universal truth. Now, I remember the first time I went to Dream Center, 2017, 16 or 7, 16. And I could tell like he's from the old school. But again, I say a lot of preachers are trying to be relevant.
Relevant, true.
So, and I get that in a sense. So the first time I went to the church ever, because one of my friends from school, she went there. She was on the in the choir.
Hmm.
And he did some song. It was some chick had a song called Call Me on the Phone or Pick Up Your Phone or something like that. And he played a snippet of it in the church. I'm like, and he played a snippet and he took his sermon from there. And I'm like, okay, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He tied it in. I'm like, okay, I
yeah,
like how he did that right there. You know what I mean? Because I like
yeah,
illustrating stuff too. Now the next Sunday I came and before he got up, they hit I seen your girl post BM. So I
yeah,
get in the DM. I'm like,
yeah,
so you know what I mean? It's at me. I ain't thinking crap, but before I know it, you
yeah.
feel me?
You in there like you jigging, yeah,
Hey. So they
yeah.
cut it and he preached on is going down to the DM. That second Sunday, that's the Sunday I feel like the Spirit led me to join the church. Okay, I joined, and at that time I ain't gonna lie, I had just got married, and marriage was new to me. I was in a rough place, so it's like I'm saved, what they call
Hmm.
sanctified, feeling the Holy Ghost. But I don't know me, I'm transparent. So I'm kind of stressed out because this is new to me. I went from being single with no kids, and now I got a wife and 2 kids.
Hmm.
So at this time in my life, I'm smoking the gas every day. Like,
Yeah,
man, God, you gotta help me out
yeah,
with this.
yeah.
Like, man,
For
this junk
real,
is
guy, like,
crazy. It's new to me.
yeah,
Like, I'm blowing the
for real,
gas, but
yeah.
still got a relationship with God. I'm
That how
still
it's
praying.
supposed to be. That how
I'm
it's supposed to
still
be.
praying. I'm still talking. I'm just like, man, God, and God telling me like, look, bro, I ain't even really tripping on you smoking the gas. It's the fact
Yeah.
that you make it an idol. You put it over me. So when you
Hmm.
got problems, instead of bringing it to me, you go to the weed man. I'm not going for it, dude. You
Yeah,
feel me? So
yeah.
boom. Like I said, I joined, and long story short, I it was cool at first, but then he went to. I just thought my spirit of discernment is real
Too
keen,
worldly.
and I just went to seeing, especially one Sunday when my wife came. My wife really, she ain't a religious one of my ex-wives. She wasn't a religious person like that, but she went, and he was talking. It was a great sermon. But he ended
Hmm.
up talking about like money, and it was like cool. And I was waiting for him to flip it like to the new type of money, and
Yeah.
prospering in your soul as your soul prosper, and like what my name stands for, like the
Hmm.
love, joy, peace, patience, like
Hmm.
obedience to the Lord and just stuff like that. You know what I mean? And he never flipped it, and he was saying how it was a right now word because the word was for me. The word was for a few other people like that. Like, you're going to be multi-millionaires. But the way he
Hmm.
put it out, it's like it was for everybody. And I'm like, that's
Okay.
error. Everybody's not going to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Like that's not true. You feel
Yeah.
me? But it amped the people up. It amped the vibration and the frequency of the people up because they also locked the doors in there that day and they raised over $100,000.
Wow.
Ooh. Ooh, I
Now,
see where you're
like I
going.
say, that day was the last day. It wasn't intentionally for me to not come back, but I was actually in the process, me and my wife, of moving to Jacksonville. She was pregnant. She was working in Jacksonville. We were staying in Atlanta. And she actually had ran across this church down here. So she wanted me to check it out. She's like, you need to check it out before you go to your church. And it's actually with me watching that where the Holy Spirit spoke to me and say, I need you to go there. And I just never went back to the Dream Center. Now, to speak on what happened, it's like, because my dad called me, he was trying to tell me, that it was like the club. I always been, I don't even like when people talk. I don't like gossip. I got too much stuff going on in my own life to even be worried about what the next person got going on. That's just me. But, everybody was talking about it. So I'm like, okay, let me check it out. So, and like I say, I like to use an illustration of the 6 and the 9. I did this with my kids at church years ago. But say this is a 6. I'm looking at the 6 and y'all are on the 9, right? So I'm saying it's a 6. This is really the world. This is Christian. This is religion. This is how the world is. I'm saying it's a 6. Y'all saying it's a 9. I'm like, nah, y'all tripping. Y'all crazy. This is a 6. Y'all like, bro, you losing it, bro. This is a 9. So y'all, me being me, I'm gonna say, you know what? Let me come over there and check it out. Let me come over there and view it from y'all point of view, from your perspective. So I get over there and I'm like, dang, y'all ain't crazy. That is a 9. But hey, check this out. Y'all come over here on my side. But people want to be right so much. They say, oh, no. It is a 9. It ain't. And you never come over on my side and see the 6. That perspective right there is my really whole journey on this walk. You know what I mean? It's like, I can see it from your point of view, from a Christian point of view, but come see it this way. And then let's look at 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 it this way. But people be so stuck in their one-dimensional way of seeing stuff.
As they wear the highway, basically. That's what they're saying.
Go ahead.
But I said all that to say, so I looked at it from every aspect. I'm like, okay. Even if I was there, I probably necessarily wouldn't have felt no type of way by them playing it. But it's not all about me and my perspective. So let me step outside of myself and say, well, dang, what if somebody that was finna go to the club that night came there before they went to the club? And it could have confused them, like, even though it's a, they had the edited version, but it's like, even in my head, my thing is, okay, because like I said, I've been to that church. I know how y'all operate. You got a director. You knew what you was gonna play. If you knew you was gonna play these songs, you should have did another venue. You know what I mean? You should have had another venue. You know what I mean? That's one way I looked at it. Another way I looked at it, I'm like, you know how many? And I never consider myself to be a Christian artist. I never really consider myself to be. I let the people say what it is, but it's like you got all these gospel artists, all these great gospel songs, and that's the only song that you like. You could have even just played the instrumental. You played this. I'm on hypnotic, exotic. That like on my walk, I struggled from time to time with hitting the gas. Like I don't need to be hearing. I don't need to be hearing. I got exotic. I struggle with. I've always women and money and marijuana has never been my problem, but it's always been my problem.
I get it.
I mean, if you don't mind me, bro, I want to add to that because what I see where you coming from, and I look at it like a double thing too. Because on one end, it'll make someone that's coming off the street feel welcome, but then it'll make somebody that's coming off the street feel like it's okay to stay where I'm at because there's no difference. So you have to use wisdom. There's plenty of Christian artists that you could have probably used something out of their song to make a difference. Now,
Or you
we,
hold on, and I'm gonna cut you off, but you could have even took the beat, got a Christian rapper to
to
do a
do something
Christian
to it.
version to
That's
walk it
real.
out.
That's real. That's real. That's real. I totally agree. And so then it's not making it no different. Like there's not setting the difference between the church and the world. And I know, like you say, you're trying to stay relevant, but like you said, but then they raised $100,000 afterwards. So is it really about the souls, or is it about getting the people high vibrated to get in their pocket? Allegedly, allegedly.
Not allegedly.
But this ain't even, but ain't even no. I'm gonna just keep it real, bro.
Yeah,
Cause this, like I say, I'm also a prophet. So
yeah.
after that, really, God has been sending me to ministries, bro, to
Mhm,
bring order and correction.
mhm,
And I'm like, why me? And God, but like, cause like you're bold enough, you're gonna say what I tell you to say. You don't care. It don't matter
mhm,
how people look at you, you're gonna do what I tell you to do, you're gonna say what I tell you to say. I can name about 4 churches, different states, different cities where God has sent me to give the leaders a specific message.
mhm.
Nobody listened.
Of
But
course.
what I heard out of their mouth, even when the last ministry that I was a part of, I'm still an evangelist under my dad's ministry, but the ministry in Jacksonville, I won't say the name. I warned them, and God has closed the doors on that church. And this was a white leader, you know what I mean? Multicultural, multi-million dollar organization. And I
Mhm,
told them I was sent here to teach the kingdom of God message. Because I told them, I
mhm,
say, you teach the gospel of Jesus Christ and Christianity. I say, I feel you because you look at Christianity more so as a lifestyle than a religion. I say, God sent me here to not teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, but to teach the gospel that Jesus Christ taught.
okay.
So he said, okay, you need to tell me the difference. So I say, okay, let me tell you the difference. I say, okay, Christianity. And I say in the gospel of Jesus Christ that, they teach you in school. For the
Mhm,
most part, it's founded upon the death, the burial, and the resurrection of Christ, right?
mhm,
I say Christ never told me to teach his birth and really his, none of the stuff that they tell you to teach. You gotta, especially
mhm.
I'm from the country. You got, you
God
ain't.
is
They don't
amen.
feel like you done taught unless you take Jesus to the cross and you take him off the cross and you do all extra G and I said all this right here. But Christ never said that. He said,
Mhm.
go into the heads of the highways and compel them, teach the kingdom message. That's the only message that he taught. And more so, he didn't teach it. He more so demonstrated it more than he taught it.
Right.
So,
That's right.
so
Dang.
boom, check this out. I told this white guy this, and I'm nervous as I don't know what, 'cause I'm like, I don't know how this white guy crossed his legs. He say, son, I got to repent to you.
He
Repent
judged
to
you.
me? What you repenting to me for? He say, son, some of the things he say, I know where you're going. Some of the stuff that you're talking about teaching, the spirit has actually been telling me to teach this stuff for the last 3 or 4 years. He said, I even told my wife, and I said, baby, we don't moved into this new church and we're thinking about getting multi-campuses. Again, everybody's trying to be relevant. Everybody's trying to get the Stephen Furtick multi-campus
Mhm,
stuff. And I ain't knocking that. I ain't knocking that if you're led to do that.
mhm.
But he looked me dead in the eyes and he said, I told my wife, baby, if I start teaching this, it's going against everything I was taught and everything that I'm teaching. If I start teaching this, I could lose. He said, we're already losing members and
Mhm.
tithes is already short. We could lose everything.
That's when it started becoming about God and it started becoming about the business.
I looked him dead in the eyes and I say, sir, with all due respect,
Mhm,
God sent me here to teach what I'm telling you to teach. And I've been teaching it. I just haven't been fully teaching it because I refuse to operate. I refuse to teach something different than my leader is teaching. I'm not finna
That's
do
true.
that. Even though the Spirit told me, I'm telling you before I start teaching it.
Right.
Because I'm commanded to do what the Spirit tell me to do.
Right.
So I'm letting you know I'm going to teach this anyway. And I'm letting you know the Spirit say, if you don't teach it, you still going to lose everything.
Dang.
It wasn't a full year later, the doors closed on the church. After
Dang.
2 months, 3 months after that, after they sat me down, got me and the youth, I was the high school youth pastor, it was the middle school youth pastor, got both of us up, lied in front of the whole congregation and said that we came to them and said that we were stepping down. So again, I can name 4 to 5 churches and
Heck
pastors
no.
that I know for sure that God sent me there to tell them, start doing what God told you to do, start teaching what God told you to teach, and they didn't do it because they didn't want to lose members and they didn't want to lose money. And now
Lost it anyways.
I know at least 4 of them has closed the doors. The other one, I don't even hear from him. I don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
But it's just, I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, but God started telling me in 2009, we're about to move into the season of exposure. And then 2020, COVID came. The people had to close the doors on the buildings. He said, we going back to the Acts 2, Acts 3 church, when people was actually going to their houses, when the Spirit was really falling down, when it wasn't about entertainment, when it wasn't about.
So for me, when I think about the whole going to the Rod Wave concert, when I think about William Murphy and how he did the Walk It Out, and I get it. People want to just feel relevant, trendy. But for me, I think deeper, right? I think we did speak about, as a leader, you want to be set apart, you want to be different. But I don't know about y'all, but if you've ever been delivered from something for real or felt the Holy Spirit in a real way, like you can't beat that. Ain't no trend gonna compete with that. And if you felt it in a real way, it's gonna keep you more than with that Walk It Out. All you did was had a good old time. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen demons manifest, but all y'all did was just swag and swerve with the demon into the new year. Y'all didn't irritate it. You didn't make it feel uncomfortable. You just swagged and surfed with the demon right on in. And for me, when I think of music, no. Well, yeah. And when I think of atmospheres, right? Like church is supposed to be that atmosphere where a demonic spirit gets uncomfortable. No, make it comfortable, right? The altar is the place of deliverance, right? But if we're doing all this trendy stuff, that's confusing, right? And if I'm strong in Christ and I know what I stand on, I may be able to go into the atmosphere of Rod Wave and do what I got to do what I got to do. But if I'm bringing my daughter in there, my teenage kid who really ain't built up spiritually, and now all of a sudden 2 weeks later, they sad, they walk around moping. You got to guard your gates. If you're not strong, right? Like the pastor probably is strong enough to, hey, they already have this routine with God, they talk with God, all this stuff, and I totally get that. But for the newbie,
they ain't strong enough. They still drinking milk. It's a
and they be
baby.
like, my pastor could do it, I could do it too. And you're
That's
gonna
what I
get
was saying.
caught up, and I think that's the danger I see in it. Everybody, like God is not one to force you to make a decision to choose him. He's a gentle God.
It's
You gonna choose
perfect
me, you're
gentleman.
not, right? And that's
Yep.
on you.
Yep.
You gonna go to the Rod Wave concert, you're not. You gonna, that's on you. That's your choice. But when we take on a title and take a stance, we become influential. So sometimes we don't even realize how we live. It may influence somebody to like go deeper in God or be like just stay stagnant. And when in the Bible it say when you lukewarm, he do what? He spew you out because you ain't really made no decision.
You froze up there, Shay.
I thought it was just me.
Is he like?
Yeah, she froze.
I'm just saying demons is real, spirits
Oh,
is real, darkness is real. And also too, a lot of it can come through the song itself. Like you
honestly,
released all of that in the house.
it's like me. Like I say, my whole walk is kind of like if you go back and look at my videos from the type of music I do, I walk a very thin line between and
Yeah.
and
No, go ahead. I'm saying go ahead. I feel you. I feel
and
you.
and sometimes I'm over here on the
But you
cold.
understand you're walking your call and you
And,
authentically walking from the beginning to the end. So I'm not confused the way you stand.
but
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 because
but
I'm not a I don't
at
know.
the same time, what I'm saying is, it's like I've been beyond the surface, beyond religion, beyond a lot of stuff. But see, a lot of people don't understand what's going on. It's a spiritual shift that took place in 2019.
Okay.
Like,
I can believe that.
it's like people. It's going on, and
Sit
people don't even
down.
know. People was feeling this stuff, and they didn't know what they was feeling. It's like, but I was so ahead of the learning curve because the Holy Spirit taught me. It's to the point where like I'm actually like, well, people are surprised and like, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. I can't believe they're doing this. It's like God showed me a lot of this stuff years ago. So it's like I'm like, yes, I'm glad it is here because when I saw it 11, 10, 8, 9 years ago, I was speaking like when God showed you a vision, like you have a sense of urgency. So I'm in the songs. I'm like, boy, y'all gotta get it together right. I thought it was right then, but it's like I looked at crazy then because I'm with a sense of urgency, and now a decade later is here now. So I'm finally like, yes, it's messed up that it's happening, but I love what's happening because only thing that's going on is people in this season. You mark God's word. These ain't even my words. People will show you their true heart posture from now until eternity.
And I
And
don't
I'm
think
I'm
God is
that quiet.
asking us for perfection. That I don't think that's it. He gives us all grace, right? But
Yes. Thank God
because
for it.
I'm just so loose with it, what if I'm the one that keeps that person stuck in their sin, in their mess? And it's not because
That's
they idolize me, right? But because they may look up to me and be like, yo, Shaw, she doing her thing for God, but dang, I done seen her.
That I like what Digit said earlier. And I think he about to go back here.
that's exactly where I'm going, sis. That's exactly where I'm going. That is why I want to tell you, bro. I got a song right now. You can look it up. It's called "Good and Hood." It's
Mhm.
with a dude that's well known from Gainesville. His name goddamn uh Bug. Well known from Gainesville. But anyways, it's called Good and Hood. I'm trying to do good, but evil is always present.
Mm,
You feel me? So the whole song is about me, my flesh, making bad choices, but want to make good choices.
mm,
Don't look at me. Look at who I want to be like. Please look at who I want to follow, because this me, Navar, go get you sent to hell. You try to follow me, man. I'm
boom,
trying to stay away from that too, bro. So
boom,
please don't follow me. I'm not perfect. Please don't. That's why, bro, I've
But we
never
influence
even.
each other whether we know it or not.
No, no,
I
no.
know.
But see, it's not even. I knew he was gonna go back there because I felt it in my spirit, and that's why, like me, from the beginning, my thing is that's matter of fact, that's the problem with the church of today. Even when allegedly, and I say allegedly, when Jesus walked the earth, yeah, I got to do the air quotes. Allegedly, when Yeshua walked this earth, people I always every show I used to say, and I got to start by saying it. Don't miss the message because you're looking at the messenger.
Right.
Amen. Amen. Because you're going to miss the message looking at me. I
You gonna
promise you
miss it.
will.
every
I
time.
promise. That's one thing I can promise.
You gonna miss it every time because me, like I say, I'm okay. Like I get what you're saying, Shy, but at the same time, it's like I can't get so caught up on how somebody else perceives what I'm doing because everybody perceives things different.
Right.
The only thing I can do is tell a person, look, tap into the big God inside of you. Don't focus on me. Don't focus on what nobody else doing. Don't allow what nobody else doing to sway you. And that's easier said than done. But first of all, when you get there, it's beyond me. It's you. You
Yep.
can't like I
I
can't.
just feel like we're all growing in this walk. We're all growing, even
That
from our pastors. We're all growing.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like me. I just don't. I used to, but I grew up in this thing, so I just don't expect too much from people. Like I,
Yeah.
this is the thing. The place I'm at in spirituality, and I say spirituality because, like I say, I'm not devout anything, Christian, Muslim, none of that. So where I am, it's like I'm okay with. I'm not trying to be accepted by anybody. I'm not trying to be liked.
For
I'm
real.
not trying to be I used to try to be understood. I'm not even trying to be understood at this point. I'm not even trying to change the way you think. I just want to make you think.
Right. Be
Like I'm,
obedient to the point it makes you think.
yeah, I just want to make you think because like most Christians that I know, I'm gonna be real. Out of all the religions, my biggest opposition has been the Christianity and the Christian community. And that's
That's
so weird for me.
that's true. They the most. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
Judgmental, hypocritical, and it's like I can see where you coming from, but you don't even want to take the time to see it from a different view. You don't want to see what the spirit is revealing to me. Oh, because guess what? You're concerned about what your pastor's telling. You're focused on that man. That's
Amen.
the whole thing that I get what you saying, Shy, but the whole era in religion, period, is people look at people. I don't deal with people no more. I deal with the spirit of people. I
Yeah.
don't submit to man. There's no man that I will ever submit to. I will submit to the God that because I'm submitted and committed to the God within me, I can identify with the God within another man or woman. So I'm not going to submit to no man or no woman. I will submit to the God in that man or that woman, but I don't deal with people. I deal with the spirit.
I'm all about doing things to hook that fish, draw it, and then you find your own methods and ways to clean it. I totally get that. But when I think about songs and the intention and motive behind different songs, why would you release that in the atmosphere of your church?
That's why I say I'm not like that. If I want to did it, I want to did it.
There's
I
too many Christian rappers. There's too many bops we done did. There's too many like songs he could have like. If you got a team, they could have searched through and found something.
Something.
But now check this out, because like I said, I look at it from every parameter.
Like you said, most Sundays he playing a secular situation to get
Yeah.
the people.
And that's giving praise to the secular artists, bro. It's like there's still no difference between being in the club. And as a matter of fact, what if somebody was just at the club that Saturday night and now they're in the club Sunday, bump to the same thing they just bumped to last night? It's like, come on, bro, you're not making that big difference. I understood you trying to be relevant and relatable, but find something else to relate to there.
But
Because that's
check this out, bro.
Okay.
I get it, but at the same time, the key word, if you are trying to be relevant and relatable, I feel like you in the era already.
okay. I got you. Yep, I
Like
got
I'm not trying to nothing. I'm just being me.
because
Right.
that what Jesus did. He was going against the grain. You feel me? So and that's why
He
they did
just
like
stayed
that.
firm on his assignment. He just stuck to the plan of the
Yep.
assignment. And the assignment is not always beautiful. It's not always pretty. Everybody not gonna always understand. It's
Yep.
gonna be like Katt Williams. You're gonna be like blackballed.
Yep.
if you heard the interview, you could hear little things like he dropping gems. Like, are you really listening to what this man is saying?
But see, the thing is, the blinders just now coming off of, like I say, because of the shift in the spirit. It's just like this man been dropping jewels, just like myself. I've been literally putting my life on the line with stuff I've been saying.
And you get blackballed for it.
Like,
No, don't use him. He too radical. He too bold. He too
Yeah.
That's why your church shut down.
you feel me? So it's like I still it's so crazy, and I get why, you know, since I was boldly saying, you know, I'm not, don't call me a Christian, I'm not like, but I still rock with Christian artists. I still do songs with Christian artists. But there's people that just because they didn't have a conversation with me or a relationship with me, and they hear my music or they hear something like, oh, nah, he got a song called this, he got a song, he talking about this, he got a song, he say he smoked weed. Like I'm looked at as the lukewarm guy that do whatever I want to do, and that's not the case. I'm not saying, oh, you can just do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm David. I'm just unashamed of, this is me again, God. I'm gonna take it to God, I'm gonna put it to God, and then I'm gonna put it on a record. Everything that I ever been throughout these 10 years, you can go listen to my music and you can hear it. So the enemy or nobody can say anything on me
that I don't already said about myself. You can't tell on me. I'm gonna tell on myself.
I'm Eminem on 8 Mile, the last battle.
That's real. That's real. I'm gonna tell on myself. I strongly believe on that. Believe in that.
So I'm glad it's a season of exposure, because the people that was doing their little stuff behind closed doors are being exposed. This whole time I've been exposing myself. Like, hey, boy, I'm back on that weed again, y'all. God, I need your help.
Hey, boss.
Hey, I just smashed a little shorty. God, I need your help.
Yeah, for real.
I feel like when you're living life in a real way, my thing is, I'm not offended by marijuana, nor by spirits. I feel like when it's obsessive and now it's making you make unwise choices, or like getting you in a,
you're gonna be counterproductive. You're going backwards.
Right. But if you're just using it for whatever health or what, people used to drink wine a lot for health reasons, smoke for health reasons, like just different things. If this is what it takes to get you to have a good night's sleep or unwind you or relieve your anxiety, I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. But you're not turning around and trying to tell people, hey, everybody do this and everybody smoke. And then even when it comes to flesh, if you've had intimacy before, I believe to the day you die, you will always have some type of yearning for it.
Facts.
Of course. Like I'm like I said, I'm big on, I'm so unjudgmental, is that I would hear a word from somebody smoking crack right in front of me. I would be more receptive to somebody smoking crack in front of me and telling me about God than somebody in the pulpit I know fake as you know what, and trying to take my money.
Man, listen.
I promise that's me.
Did so, you? I don't seen you before, man, but you just, hey, you gained a new brother off this because I rock with you, homie.
Bro.
I rock with you.
Yeah, I rock with you, bro. For real, because it's like we're the same type of artist, bro. Same type of person. I got a song called "Rob My Family," bro. That's the type of stuff I like. It's funny, but it's like even then, bro. Like I'm so, I push the line so much in everything I do and say, bro. But like I said, bro, you can't tell on me. I'm gonna tell on myself. And please don't follow me, because I will send you to hell.
Facts.
But I do respect ministers who are more honest. Like, hey, this is the lifestyle I live. This is what I do, y'all. But I'm telling you what the words say, but I'm telling you what I do. But let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like the transparency and the honesty. Like, I ain't grown from that yet. Y'all keep me lifted.
I often say, and it scared the church when I came in, because I'm pretty sure there was some more people doing it, but like the type of music that I came in making, and especially now, it's like I didn't hear nobody else doing it. You know, I kind of came in at the end of the holy hip hop era, so it was like everybody was, Jesus died on the third day and he rose, and and it's like, okay, that's cool. And I more so less talked about what Jesus did I more so talked about what Christ was actually doing through me. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't necessarily talking about these characters in the Bible. I'm talking about my real life situation. Like, look, I'm in this place right now. I'm in a dark place. I'm not finna stay here. I'm coming out of this place. But while I'm in this place, like, I was trying to get believers, like, don't. It's like I was the sacrificial lamb. Like, don't just not judge me, but if there's other people that, and matter of fact, you judge me, you do stuff too. You doing stuff behind closed doors too. I'm just bold enough to actually put it out there and say, hey, don't talk about me. Pray for me, because I'm not finna stay here. You gonna look up and I'm gonna be past you.
I think that's what makes, if we just want to, if we just want to focus on music at this second,
I could do more with people who real.
Is the truth and the relatable honesty that artist is putting out.
Right.
And you don't realize it's those artists that are seen to be the greats. You know what I'm saying? People see Tupac is so great because he was able to put truth out and make it relatable by just being honest.
Facts.
There's a reason why I like Bizzle a lot as a Christian artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like the way he'll tell the truth on himself.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of Christian artists I don't rock with. I don't have nothing wrong with their message, but I just can't feel them because you too holy for me. I might be smoking the black while you know I need help.
Yeah.
I'm for real. That's real. I'm being serious with y'all. I can't even lie. I need prayer right now because I'm about ready to go smoke one now. I'm serious.
My dog. It is my dog.
We're all humans. Like, I think people forget.
But with that being said, though, them artists need help, and I'm one that need help. So
I can't dictate and control what you do and don't do.
Thanks.
Yeah, for real.
And I can't make you feel guilty for being who you are, and because you don't know where people come from, right? You don't know what they've experienced. You don't know how much work they put into themselves just to get them where they are. So it's like,
dang, bro.
And see, my thing is, people deal with stuff different. So you may be the most holiest, righteous person ever, but God, see, people always want to blame everything on the devil. I'm to the point I don't even mention who is that. I don't even deal with that. I don't even give whoever they made up that no credit. Like, all the devil is to me is negative energy inside and outside of myself. And the only thing it can do is push me closer to God if I allow it to.
Oh, I like that. I ain't never think about that.
Bars.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Because look at it. Like, people, like I said, I get deep. It ain't deep, but it's like I go outside the box. It's like people look at like us against the secular people. Like, we Christian rappers, we in competition against the secular people. It's good versus evil. Like, no, God. It's not God versus the devil. The devil got to go through God to get to me. He had to go through God to get to Job. The devil cannot do anything without the permission from God. So it's not, I can't look at it like that. You can't equate to my Savior. You can't equate to my God.
Yeah, like, bro, like, all right, good, all right, I feel.
You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, God said he'll never leave me and forsake me. There's nothing that I can do so bad. Now, I may do something bad and people may look at me and I may never be able to preach again or do nothing in this world, but there's nothing I can do for my, and this is kind of deep too, because I don't like to just say he or him or just focus on the male aspect. There's nothing I could do that my spiritual parents can just be like, I'm done with him. No, so anything, okay, because I go off me and God personal relationship. Okay, all right, you smoked a little blunt. Okay, you smashed a little chick. Okay, get up. Like, you got it's his thoughts are not our thoughts, his ways are not our ways. It doesn't say that. Check this scripture out. I think people say it says, beat yourself up when you fall into dive of temptation. Kick your brother when he kick your brother or sister when they fall into dive of temptation. Point the finger at them when they fall into dive of temptation. Beat yourself over the head. It says the mind of God says rejoice when you fall into dive of temptation.
Yeah.
Hold up. God, you don't understand. I just killed somebody. Okay, you killed somebody because you weren't in your true identity, in which your true identity is in you, in me. Just get back in your true identity. Get it right with me. Repent. Think higher. Think beyond that. I'm bigger than anything you could ever do. Whatever you just done, give it to me. It's too much for you to carry. Give it to me. Don't return back to it. And we cool. What? No, God, you don't understand. I just had two chicks at the same time. Rejoice. Well, God, I just cut somebody out. Rejoice. I just smoked a cigarette. Rejoice. There's nothing that you can do that's bigger than God.
Love covers a multitude of sin.
You know,
Love covers.
you know what? And I also, to add to that, bro, I also feel like we don't give God enough credit that he's understandable. One thing about Jesus
God is very
and him coming to this flesh, it was to be able to say, hey, I understand it because I did it and it was hard.
Show him mercy.
I am God.
Come on.
It was hard. I had to live in that flesh. That's why my prayers with God don't necessarily be, Father God, in the name of Jesus, God, I come to you. I'm like, Lord, boy, we got to do something about this, boy. I'm like, God,
you gotta talk to God real.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, cuz, come on, bro, what you doing? Like just last night, I looked. I say, hey, bro, come on, bro. You gotta throw the dog a bone or something, bro. We gotta do something about this dog. I'm like, I'm for real. And that's how I talk to him because that's how personal I need my relationship to be with him. I don't need a big God that's up in the sky that's so unreachable. This man, my walk need to be close with this man. Well, I'm talking to him because he's my friend. He's supposed to be my friend. So I ain't supposed to, when I'm on a job interview, I'm talking proper. When I'm around my homeboys, somebody I know and I'm cool with, I'm talking like me. So that's what I'm like, God, you see the mess I'm going through, bro. I'm getting it from every angle, cuz. What you thinking about? When you gonna see me some help, cuz? Like, for real, like, I'm serious. But I say that to say we don't give him enough credit. People don't give him enough credit for him to understand what we go through. And so therefore, when somebody do mess up, they feel like they done messed up too bad where they can't go back. But that's your friend. He knows you. I'm not gonna get rid of you. I might know my friend is a liar. Dog, they got my line behind home, girl, y'all. They got my line behind homeboy, y'all. You feel me? But that's my homeboy because I know him.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Now check this out, because I feel like the problem is we equate God a little too much to the natural. See, a lot of us, I was privileged to have mine, but still, it wasn't the best relationship. So I'm making a point. A lot of us didn't have our natural fathers in our life.
Okay.
So at times it can be hard to think that we can mess up and come to this God, because it's like, like I said, my dad was in the house, but shoot, back in the day, I mess up, shoot, but the last person I want to go to is my pop, like, shoot, you know what I mean? So a lot of times we'll get in that low place, that dark place, in which, in a sense, we can equate to hell. A lot of times we get in hell in our mentality, and rather getting out of the place of Egypt and bondage and hell, and take it to God, we stay in that place because we feeling the enemy make us feel ashamed, make us feel like, dang, God ain't gonna understand. He ain't gonna, no, take it to him. You know what I mean? Come to, like you say, bro, man, bro, I be so real. I give God ultimatums. Look, God, I know you told me not to get a job. I know you told me not to get back in the truck, but if you don't do something before I'm finna make something happen, and you know how I am. So I need you to go ahead and like
Yeah.
you
I,
ain't been speaking lately. You need to if
yeah.
you don't do it by
We
this,
got
I'ma do this. And you don't want me to do it, 'cause I'm gonna mess something up, but I'ma do it.
yeah, that's real. That's real. Now I had those conversations. I think that was part of that conversation last night. All right, Lord, you don't want me to double back and do this and do that now. You know what I'm saying? So
I know how to get me 10, 20 pounds now
yeah,
and flood the city.
for real, for real. So you got to make some shape.
ASAP.
Trust me.
Like, I
Trust.
mean, I ain't went that far, but like at the beginning of my walk, like I used to, that was like some real deal conversations. Like, bro, I'm not trying to. This the promise I made to you. I'm not trying to backtrack and do this, and you. I'm going forward, but the ones I know, my biggest issue at the beginning, now it's not a really issue now, but like I say, you say the world was gonna hate me. Why do the Christians hate me?
Yeah.
Okay, it's the answer. It says, "Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Yeah.
So a lot of times, see, we got to understand that the Bible was translated. So we have to sometimes go back because one word could mean 5, 10 different things.
Yeah.
So a lot of times in that particular scripture, like the church looks at the world as, oh, if you go in the club, you a part of the world.
Worldly.
If you a sinner, you in the world. No. It's talking about be not conformed to the systems of this world. What are the systems of this world? Well, it's a lot of systems. You got the educational system.
Dang.
You got the arts and entertainment system.
Dang.
You got the religious system.
Right.
Dang.
All these are systems of this world. Okay, let's go deeper. Who is the God, lowercase God, of this world?
Say it.
Oh. Yes. Say.
So what people fail to realize, every branch of religion, including Christianity came out of the Roman Catholic Church.
Right.
This is historical facts and biblical. So, like I say, people, my thing is to get people thinking and to go beyond what you've been taught. Because we've been taught a bunch of lies. And you have to go within and allow the Holy Spirit to reveal to you the truth. And when you get the truth, I ain't gonna lie, you be mad. Like, God dang. So I'm like, dang, okay, God. So this whole time I was thinking that, I had God check me at the beginning because I came out the streets. I locked myself in the room in the Bible for a whole year, front to back, reading the Bible. So when I came back to the streets, I'm telling, hey, young boy, hey, pull up your pants. And like, God, I had to check myself. Like, bro, you were just out here thugging with these folks a year ago.
Yep. You ain't gonna reach nobody like that.
You don't got holier than thou. Now you trying to come back out here, and bro, you were just, not only was you just out here, but you a thought away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care how holy you is, you a thought away from being a millionaire. You a thought away from killing somebody. You a thought away from one thought of acting on that thought away from anything. So that's why I don't judge people. I do what the word say. I pray for people. I see what spirit they're operating on. I see the source of energy. Okay, dang. Okay, nah, that ain't okay, William. I don't feel like the spirit led you to do that. But hey, it's done. You did it. So I'm gonna pray for you, Pastor. You know what I mean? You still my pastor. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? You did it. You know what I mean? I don't see you do some great things, but do is being relevant and being accepted by culture and getting people money. I ain't knocking it. I used to my thing is, if you're doing it for the money, just say you're doing it for the money.
Or you can find a different route to do it for the money.
Yeah,
Don't put God's name on it.
Don't get up in front of the church and say, try to make me feel guilty for not paying tithes. You're gonna be cursed with a curse, man. Come in here and say, hey man, look, y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, y'all. Like,
Hey, we effed
hey,
up, y'all. We need some money. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Look, these lights gotta work. These lights gotta stay on. And I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all, man. Like, y'all been slacking, you know what I mean? And I know, you know what I mean? Y'all been slacking, you know.
Yeah.
So I ain't trying to make you feel bad and nothing like that, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna just be real with y'all.
I
If
need
this
y'all to
is
pitch
true,
in.
if this is truly a hospital where people
Yeah.
where people come in to get if this is truly where you come and eat the word, raise your hand the last time you went to the hospital for free. Unless you got
But
Medicaid
there
or
are a lot
Medicare.
of pastors who are not good businessmen.
There you go. That's the reality, especially our
So
culture.
when you're giving the money, they're not investing it in the right places or investing it wisely to
They take it
see
out on trips and
like a
buying planes and
profit
stuff.
out of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Biblically,
won't
the
even
tithe
settle.
was used to take care of the community. Somewhere down the line, the community end up taking care of the pastor. Not in all cases, because I mean I come from, like, my dad's been pastoring for probably close to over 20 years. He went the first 13 years not even getting a salary.
But also too, if you're a good businessman, there are grants out here. There are nonprofit things for
Yeah.
your, nonprofit organization to where, you can get food for your ministry. You can get, discounts on different things or loans, grants, just different things because you're a nonprofit and you don't have to drain the people in the pews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm be real, man. I don't literally heard people say and do. He wasn't my homeboy, but I heard a cat say, "Man, shoot, boy, I'm finna go to school to be a preacher, boy. They get that bread."
Hey, no. Hey, I heard somebody say that too. I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said that.
And they actually did it.
Yeah. Like, bro, listen, if my mom wasn't pastor, she's a pastor of a very small church. Like, bro, they have church in the living room. If it wasn't for her, bro, I would lose my faith in church itself. Not in God, but in church itself. Like, really, bro, like, I would really be like, bro, like, yeah, I got my relationship with God, I'm straight. Which a lot of people don't realize that's really where you got to start at. Now, it is good to fellowship with brethren, but what we doing right now is fellowshipping.
Two or
You
Absolutely.
three,
know what I'm saying?
two or three
So
together
at the
with.
end of the day, I don't have to go to the church to fellowship with my brother. I can call you on the phone and fellowship. And I
Right.
don't have to worry about having somebody over me and trying to manipulate me, my mind and my pockets to what they want me to do and think.
Come on.
So, bro, I listen, bro. I'm probably a little worse than you, bro. I'm really for real, bro. Because
Now,
there's even some Christian rappers that don't even deal with me too much in the mode either, bro. Like, to be honest, that's just how far away I'm. Because it's just me and God, bro. That's it, bro. And
I
that
mean,
man know
that's what
me,
it's
and
got
that's
to
all I
be.
do.
Then that's your journey. That's what you got to do.
Yeah. So, bro, that's real, bro. So a lot of them turn their back on me too, bro. Like, I'm cool
And
with all
also,
of
too,
them.
the motive of a lot of those Christian rappers be to be the it guy, be to be the trendy person. They want to rock with who got motion. They want to rock with people who look,
That's real.
clout,
sometimes
clout,
even their
clout.
motives aren't integral.
That's real.
And the fact that, I'm gonna be real, a lot of cats couldn't make it in the secular side. So they just come over here and
No,
sprinkle a little
That's
Jesus
real.
on
You
it,
said that.
sprinkle a little Jesus on it, sprinkle a
That's real.
little
And it's gonna
Jesus
make
on.
it. It's gonna make it because I said Jesus in it. It's gonna make it. My stuff get more secular play than Christian play. To be honest,
Mm.
it do, and that's praise to God. But that's just how much more that I'm really just trying to focus on reaching the world than trying to please. Because I had my times where I was trying to please the church, and I see what that was getting me. Me following the church instead of listening to what God is telling me to do.
And
right?
And
see,
once I stopped doing that, I relieved so much stress and pressure off myself. I relieved so once I said forget, but a lot of like I said, a lot of my Christian artist friends was like, bro. I don't know what digits on no more, bro.
Because they're
Digits
still trying
talking
to people
crazy
please
now.
too.
Say it
See-
again, sir.
They are still trying to people please too.
Seeking acceptance, validation
Yes,
from people.
Stick and step.
people.
That's it.
See
That's
me,
it.
bro. I'm a little different because 2012. Like I heard the voice of God at the beginning, and he told me from the beginning, the man-made tradition, man-made religion, all that stuff, kill it. Everything the enemy, all the street terminology. He said, I am the original owner. He said the enemy is a copycat. The opposition just a copycat. So
Gotcha.
everything that you used to do, I just need you to take it and flip it to the original owner.
The
And I'm
original
like,
owner.
dang. So that's like a lot of, Brian, I ain't just saying this to try to boast or brag, but a lot of the sayings that like certain artists that come from the streets are saying, bro, like I was one of the first ones saying it, like calling Jesus the plug and just certain stuff that I took and twisted it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I used to pull up in the hood, like, hey, I'm gonna put one in the air for y'all, boy. Like, well, boy, you still smoke? I'm like, no, I'm talking about pray. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You feel me? It's like a play on words
Yeah.
to like catch people. It's like the same thing Jesus was doing. It's just a parable in a way where they can get it in today's terminology. You know what I mean? So like I came in, bro. I scared the church because I wasn't seeking no better. I came in like kick the door down, like
Yeah. I
You
think
go further when you're not seeking validation from people. You can truly tap into your creativity
feel more
and
like yourself.
latch yourself onto the vision of what God is giving you when you're not people pleasing and trying to it don't matter. What's for you is for you when you follow.
And Shay, you done froze up again.
Yeah.
That's a nice little pose you got going on.
Yeah, for real, you see it? Yeah. You like you both for
You
real.
stay true to you and true to what God has called you to do.
That's it.
Go to sleep.
Man, hey, listen. I don't know how often y'all do this, so like I love this. I'm
We just kind of started, just kind of like,
we
oh,
just
you
kind
gonna
of
go
started.
live? I'm like, okay. Because the last one we did was we did a review on the movie Acrimony.
I saw that, but I had to go to work the next morning. I'm like, dang, I want to, because I like that movie too. Yeah.
We want to talk next about in relationships about money. Like when you married, is it your money, my money, our money? How do we?
That's it. That's the next one, bro.
Because in the movie Acrimony, her mama died, and she just over $1 million. Oh, because it's my husband, he got a vision and a dream.
Yeah, that was.
I'm not saying she was wrong for it. I don't think she was wise for what she did.
Right.
Yeah. But we'll definitely touch on it.
House up for sale.
We'll yeah. I can't wait to touch on that. So, but it usually we usually get on around like 8. You know what I'm saying? So the days we get on, now look at how she done froze. But yeah, we'll get on around like 8. You know
Look at that look though.
But yeah. So and then my phone is about to die too though. So
mine just hit 15%.
No problem. I will inbox you the next time we go live. I'll give you plenty of time in advance, and you just join in on the conversation.
I appreciate it because it's an honor and a privilege to be, because I'm like I'm like, dang, I wish I could. I had just said, like right before you said you could get on here, I was like, dang, I want to elaborate because just coming, you can't really, you know what I mean? I'm old school. I hate texting because a text can be misinterpreted. You know what I mean?
Yes, I say that a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
well, I agree, man. Y'all have a good night.
Y'all too, man.
Thank y'all for rocking with us. I thank everybody for commenting. Until next time. Bye. Peace.